Oh, it's that time again. It is the time for the SaturJay. Specifically, the SaturJay RPG. I know. I mean, I know I'm desperately trying to break my own record each time for worst intro to a stream ever. Right, let us. Yes, all of those options are mine. Should probably ditch that screen, but I don't know. I never trust these things. It's weird. I never trust them to just do what they're told. So I always have to have the windows open every single time. So it's like, I know like I've set you to these settings. And theoretically, you're going to stick to these settings. But there's always that little bit in the back of my brain that goes, but what if they don't? And I have to just have the window pop open every single time. Right, these two should be roughly the same, yeah, but it should be save data 1, please. Save data number 1, please. Oh, I've already beaten the first little sets of me. Oh, do I? Oh, I did have to click an extra button. We could have been here a long old time, because I wasn't expecting to have to push an extra button. A legend. So previously on Final Fantasy. Oh, can we actually scroll? Can we? No? No? Okay, I think. Apparently I didn't read it, so now I'm stuck not being able to read it. Can we? When you get to the end, can I scroll? No. Okay. So previously on Final Fantasy XIII, lots of things happened, but right towards the end, just then, the Sanctum Army begins its assault on the Vestige. Though it may mean sharing the Vestige's imminent destruction, the group heads ever deeper into the complex. Snow seeks to persuade the Fal'Cie to release his fiancée, while Lightning and Zaz have other plans in mind. I mean, by other plans, I feel like Snow seeks to persuade the Fal'Cie to release his fiancée. The only other plan Lightning has is release her sister. That's it. It's only like 2 words, because I think Lightning would like to... Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. I remember what Lightning wants to do. Extra button sounds like a lot of work, yes. And you are here early for once. Surprises anyone? Congratulations. I imagine, yes, it is probably very, very early for you, isn't it? But yes, welcome. You are here for Final Fantasy XIII, where we're going to get ourselves... Oh, the Gribblers are back. Okay, well, I suppose we'll have to face off against the Gribblers. I say we have to, I mean, don't technically have to, but... I was about to say, I'll get some experience from it. Fucking won't. There's no experience at the moment. That's how you know. That's basically how you know you're still in the prologue territory, because there's no experience yet. The experience meter hasn't turned up. There's a score meter, a congratulations, well done meter, but you don't actually get any experience. Can't the Fal'Cie release 2 people? Not that I'm an expert in made-up magical soul exchanges, but yeah. I mean, I don't know precisely how it works. You would assume that the Fal'Cie could release a person, but then again, I think everything suggests that no. There is only 2 ways to be released from your l'Cie duties, and that is find a small boy trapped in a well or buy some Indian milk. Because l'Cie, it's a shit joke. A shit joke. But nonetheless, officially the only 2 ways would be to fail your task and become a Seath, or you succeed at your focus and therefore you become a crystal. It's not a good time being a l'Cie, I don't think. Apart from the immense phenomenal powers you get, but we haven't encountered phenomenal powers yet. Almost time for some food. Oh, I have eaten a lot. Too much, frankly. Too much.
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want.
There we go. That's her agenda. I'd forgotten that her agenda was to try and kill the fucker. But she is sort of slamming a metal sword against a big metal cocoony thing. Cocoon was a poor choice of words there, because obviously that could cause confusion. But oh, also welcome Ganondorf. I tried to address your sentence, but never actually welcomed you. Welcome the pair of you. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIII and SaturJay RPG. How are you both faring today? I imagine, Ganon, you're not doing too much better than Thursday, but hopefully a little bit... I mean, has the situation changed from Thursday? Ideally for the better, but... Can't see. Oh! Big shiny thing is coming out. I mean, they had some crazy designs for these sort of falsies, even by sort of Final Fantasy standards. They were some weird shit. Because a lot of the time they're sort of like hardcore fantasy or sort of humanoid, whereas a lot of these creatures are just supremely weird. Oh no, it's a no-go, Hope. You're not getting out of there, son. Nope, neither are you, dear. I'm gonna give it a fucking good go. I mean, in fairness, it could have just stayed in its little metal shell. Ah, we've got a little bit of character building, a little bit of sort of world stuff. Darsh. The fuck is Darsh? Who is Darsh? Why is Darsh? Where is Darsh? Nobody knows. Oh, there we go. The Gladius is back. I suppose, yeah, in the cutscenes, you didn't really have the Gladius. So, I mean, again, the only options I have are attack. So, oh shit, no. I think I do actually have to fight the thing. I don't think this is an immediate lost battle. It might be, but, you know. Wow. I mean, I know. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Potions quickly, quick. Fuck.
I can't stop now.
Please tell me I was supposed to lose that fight. I don't think I was supposed to lose that fight. Fuck. Fuckity. But yes, I think well, I know you're not supposed to, but, you know, bending the rules for sentimental reasons is not... It's not so unreasonable. I mean, fuck it. There's been a good few bending of the rules around where I am, and we've not even had a sentimental, decent reason to do so. But right, this time, let us. Oh, and this is Anima. Interesting. I'm not. Oh, I see. Let's target one of the manipulators and keep a distinct. Yeah, that's probably what you're supposed to do. Let's target that. There we go. Good. Okay, left manipulator. That's what we want to do. That's what's doing the most damage. So I think that's what I'm fairly confident I was supposed to be focused on. So actually, I think this is going to be, you don't win the fight, but you do sort of win the fight. I realise that makes no sense whatsoever, but you know, hopefully you know what I mean when I say that. It's a lesser version of what it should be, perhaps, because what you would expect. Let's throw down a potion. I think you do. I think you do have to do it slightly earlier than you necessarily expect to have to do it, because of there's a slight delay, but there's no real delay to the big nasty creature doing its gubbins in your face, and you don't necessarily want gubbins in its face. Pow pow and pow pow. Go on, slicey dicey. That's it. More slicey. Oh no, the arms are back. Okay, what we can do is back out and then target the arms again. Oh shit. Okay, what we can't do, however, is back out and heal Lightning if she dies. Please don't die, dear. I need you to live. Holy fuck! She's once again dying. More potions are needed. That was quite a nicely timed potion. Snow just lost his health just prior to throwing up the potion, which was quite convenient. It was not deliberate, I will just clarify that. It was very much an accidental situation, but hey, sometimes you just have to accept and take the accidental situations and enjoy them to see what happens. Who are the people who are not lightning allowed to die? in terms of game over, yes. I mean, in terms of optimal scenarios, no, you don't really want to allow anyone to die, but if someone has to, it is one of those games where you want to make damn certain it's one of the allies and not the character you are playing as. Because it's a bit like Persona 5 and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Both of those are also the sort of game where it's game over if the main character dies. So make sure they don't. Even if it costs you one of your other allies. Which is not... I don't know, I don't feel like that's the best of ways of approaching a game. Just, your allies are dispensable, but your protagonist, your main fella, they're not. I don't know. It makes it slightly more annoying when it's sort of a team-based game, and it makes it a little bit, as I say, a little bit less than honourable, isn't it? Well, I could heal you. You've only got 10 health left. But the protagonist may have 150. Yeah. But the enemy might be able to do 150, so I'm going to have to risk your life to save the protagonist just to make damn certain that you don't lose the fight, because, you know, the lesser important person can just, you know, they can be brought back from death. It is unfortunate. So if you couldn't tell, we have been branded with its little sigil. So we are now officially l'Cie. And as I mentioned previously, that is really where the game starts getting going, because you get the powers of the l'Cie. We also saw our focus, which was the destruction of basically every... I think, is this still currently the focus, or is this back in real world? I think it might be... Yes, no, this is back in what is happening now. It's dropped. The pulse fallacy has dropped and turned into ice. Because I'm fairly certain this is where we pick it up underneath it.
I couldn't see a future, and I was afraid. When the future was clear, and it hurt to see, I'd just close my eyes and lose myself in happier days.
Yes, I would like to save my progress. I just beat what is fundamentally a boss. As I say, it's still only sort of preliminary fight, so it wasn't too troublesome. Oh, this is 13 days ago, I believe, because I do quite like that. It's a little bit daft, but, you know, I think everything is revolving around the number 13, which I appreciate in a way. Oh, alright, okay, so this is not full-on. I think, I can't remember how they do it, but this is day 11, and I think there are 13 days they discuss over the flashbacks. And I think that was quite clever because of the whole Final Fantasy XIII. Spoiler alert, that woman in blue at the bar, that's Fang. Fuck it, you know. It doesn't matter that much if I give things away, but, you know, it's semi-important. There you go, there she is, in the blue with the long hair and the little tiny bit of corner.
Thanks.
That is very much, that is Fang.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
She is a main character later on. I suppose they are hovering over her a little bit, you know, quite a lot. I assume that floor is meant to be black and that's not some kind of weird graphical glitch.
Here goes.
Difficult to say. I suppose it is meant to be night, but I almost feel like there should have been a texture there. Despite the fact that it's at night time, but still.
Making a wish?
No spoilers, nothing I can't watch anymore. Oh.
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow...
It's not a huge spoiler. It's just her name is Fang. There you go. What is that thing in her drink? I don't know.
Knowing I hid it from her?
It did look a bit... Ugh.
Don't worry.
Did look a bit too much like a gherkin for my liking, to be honest, but like a short, stubby gherkin.
For something bigger. These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stories.
Yeah, they're not. You're an idiot. Shut up.
Stories, huh?
It was pickled dog penis, to quote Uncle Rog. I don't want to meet your Uncle Rog, I don't think. But yes, it could have been.
Would help if they gave you some clue about
Very
what you're
easily could have
supposed to
been, because it was an unfortunate looking shape.
do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
I know, it's a shitty scenario, isn't it? One hand, you get shit. In the other hand, you get a bigger dollop of shit.
Don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it.
They are quite nice pendants, in fairness.
I will stand by you, no matter what happens. I'm yours forever.
Unless my legs get tired, at which point I'll sit by you.
My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Oh shit, dog!
Yes.
She said yes!
Careful, you'll do a fucking mischief for this, right? She is, in fairness, she is tiny compared to Snow. Utterly tiny. Oh, a romantic bike ride. It's kind of a cool bike. Well, he does look like he's sitting really high.
They granted my wish.
Your wish?
Before I asked you to marry me, I wished that you would say yes.
Then maybe they'll grant mine too.
What's that?
To have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a Lassie.
Hey, our
I think she
engagement
missed.
is way bigger news.
She missed the point of the wish there, didn't she? Because surely it's not, I wish I had the courage to face lightning. No, it's, I wish I wasn't a fucking Lassie, isn't it?
She'll be my new sister.
Yeah.
And she won't be fucking happy about it. But in fairness, Lightning's not really happy about anything. I don't know if you ever see the woman smile, in fairness. Oh! It's the main song. Sort of doing a strange hand waving dance.
Hey, Snow.
Very gentle hand waving, but still.
Yeah.
I'm struggling on the loo. Pay attention, mate. You are driving through fireworks, you twat.
That was close.
I mean, it was only close because you drove into the fucking firework display, you plum. I suppose in fairness, she's dead either way, so it don't really matter for her.
Our own private heaven.
Wow. Wow, you really are an asshole, aren't you?
Just you and
Yep.
me.
Yeah, I am. Oh, they were so happy with. Well, I say they were so happy. I mean, she's already a Lassie at that point, but you know, they're clearly very happy here. And then all hell breaks loose, and it all goes downhill. You gonna do a tear for us? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, I thought it was literally a single tear, but there was one in the other eye as well. God, if you weren't a man made of stone and hatred, that would actually elicit some kind of delightful response, wouldn't it? But, well, carrying on. Would I? Yes, I would. We did some... Oh, did I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've now got a third save point. That's fine. Eventually I was going to want a third save, but at this early stage I hadn't intended to. Difficult to know for certain why it unleashed frost powers when it crashed.
Is this for real?
Or is this just fantasy? caught in an ice slide. We're all escaping our Final Fantasy. I'm sure if you knew the lyrics to the original song, you'd be able to do a better job of that, wouldn't you?
This must be Lake Brescia?
I mean, that's what the bloody great title said, yeah.
I guess we fell from up there. And the lake turned to crystal?
Oh, I suppose it's supposed to be crystal, not
Help me
ice.
out
Fair
here.
enough.
I mean, did the Foul Sea do this? How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
We're alive. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
It's a hell of a leap, isn't it? He's a fucking idiot.
It's all your fault. She
I do like him, but
Hey!
you gotta admit, he's a fucking idiot. As I say, I do like the man, but sometimes, here we go, his shiny brand. You just used ice magic, so do some more.
The Foul Sea cursed us. We're the sea now.
He's got such a whiny voice, isn't he, that boy? It's one of the major sort of problems with Hope. He has got. I mean, I suppose arguably, you got to give the boy, the actor, probably not a boy in real life, but you got to give the actor credit. He really fucking nailed. He or she, in fairness, really nailed the whiny little bitch vocal tones for Hope. Possibly too much, some would say. Possibly too much. You can assign the characters, yes, the most effective roles. Here we go. This is the full battle system, or for a given situation by changing your party's paradigm. Unfortunately, I don't think we've got much in the way of paradigms at the moment. So, okay, doodah for paradigm check. Each paradigm assigns specific roles to the members of your party. Cheese and ham. Cheese only, ham only. Pickle? My God, who ordered the pickle sandwich? Surely you have to have something and pickle, not just pickle. Fool. These roles define the spells and abilities available to a party member, as well as their general behaviour in combat, even. There's a wide variety of paradigms to choose from. Offensive paradigms concentrate on dealing damage to enemies, while defensive paradigms focus on party protection and healing. It's important, it's very important, I missed a very there, and it is, in fairness, very important to shift paradigms to suit your situation. You can press... I suppose arguably that is up and... I think you can do up and down, or left and right, it would seem, but still. So scan the paradigms available and see the list of roles that each comprises. Your current paradigm, Relentless Assault, is an offensive paradigm in which multiple attackers coordinate their efforts. The paradigm's two Ravagers target whichever enemy the commando attacks, with the goal of quickly filling the enemy's chain gauge in order to stagger it. If you wish to continue the Relentless Assault paradigm, press B to close the paradigm deck. If you wish to change paradigm, select a new paradigm with the doodah buttons, and then press the A button. Okay, so yes, Solidarity is Commando Sentinel Medic. We don't need Commando Sentinel Medic at the moment. And do note, that's an interesting way of showing it as well. I will just point that out. Do note, and you don't have to, there's no homework, you don't have to actually do all of this noting down. But now that Lightning is a l'Cie, she has 3 action gauges. Do we know someone who already had 3 action gauges? Do we? More on that later. One of your party members has just taken damage. Now might be a good time to open your paradigm deck with LB and shift to a defensive paradigm like Solidarity. They took the tiniest amount of damage, so maybe fuck off? Shifting to Solidarity will cast Snow in the role of a Sentinel, boosting his defences so he can shield others from enemy ire. Ooh, it's a good use of the word ire there. Vanille's role will change to Medic, causing her to concentrate on healing wounded animals with the animals? I mean, maybe. Maybe she will. She'll just fuck off and find a wounded animal somewhere. I don't know. But wounded allies with the Cure spell. Once your party has recovered its strength, you can shift back to Relentless Assault and continue battling your enemies. Go on, alright, I'll show it. Solidarity! Shifting time. So our boy Snow is going to provoke the enemy and then tank the wounds. Lightning's still commando, so she can still sort of twat it. And of course he's still guarding, which means he takes limited damage, and Vanille will cure heal. We don't need it. We didn't need it when I showed it, but nonetheless, we don't really need to do much here. So I do believe at this point now, here we go, technical points. We get none at the moment, it would seem. At some point we start getting shit that upgrades our, you know, shit. We get shit that upgrades our shit. Shit that upgrades it all.
So we really are Lissy.
Yep, there you go. He's got a little thing on his chest.
Yep. Right here.
Hers is a little more intriguingly placed.
See to the west.
Feels oddly unnecessary to have placed it there, but fair dues, fair dues, developers.
I don't even know you.
I'm not entirely sure where Hope's is.
Just leave me alone.
Snow's is quite obvious on his arm.
It's your fault.
Kind of holds it.
It's your fault.
Oh, it's just under his bandana. There you go, on his little wrist.
You could have. All of this is your and Sarah's fault. Watch it.
Sorry.
You almost feel sorry for the kid, but then you remember he's a whiny little brat, and then you go, nah,
Everything's
don't.
gonna be all right. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
So, we have basically now officially kind of started our journey. Because, oh, Instrument of Tragedy. I'm not entirely sure what instruments they used in Tragedy. It's a tragedy. When your pants are down and the pool won't come, it's a tragedy. With no one to assert us, it's going nowhere. Right, so we're running around as Lightning. I don't think we can change that at the moment, but we do have more stuff in our menu. Okay, generate random party paradigms. No, I don't think so. We'd want to customize them properly. So what we got here? Oh, here we go. Right, that's it. But I don't think we can actually change battle team. There we go. Eventually, I can change my battle team. But at the moment, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what other roles are available at the moment. Oh, she has Commando and Ravager, Commando, Ravager and Sentinel, Ravager and Medic, Ravager only, Ravager, Synergist and Medic. Synergist is quite good. And the third one that Vanille will get first, I believe, is quite good as well. Let's check in on our equipment situation. Optimize for offense. Yes, please. Offense. Oh, offense you claim to be Wild Bear. Which is weird. I suppose arguably, yeah, because he's a Ravager. Wild Bear is actually slightly better. Oh, the Doctor's Code. What does that do? Improved potions. Might at some point use it, although I tell you what, we'll stick it on Zaz, but I think it only works. It only works if you are actually in the party, and possibly only if the leader has it. I don't know. So here we go. We've got all abilities. We've got Attack, Blitz, Ruin, which I think non-elemental. There we go. It says it at the top, and of course Lightning. Surprising, probably very few people, does lightning damage. And then we've got Snow, who also has Ruin, and he has Blizzard for the ice damage, Frost Strike, Provoke, and Steel Guard. And then Aero, so she's wind-based, I suppose. She's got Aero and Heal. He's fire-based. The boy apparently can do Fire, Blizzard. That's interesting. I suppose technically, if anything, he's technically classified as Holy? Maybe? In terms of his overall element when he gets his, you know, the stuff we won't discuss right at this very second. So, yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's very little you can actually do to change things up. I mean, I could adjust Lightning to be a Ravager at some point. There is, I mean, I suppose technically I can show it. That's not hugely problematic. But what you can do is, if you wanted to, you could Ravager, Ravager, Ravager for a Tri-Disaster. Outside of that, I don't think there's much else I can do. I suppose technically it might be worthwhile having Commando. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have you as Ravager, you as Commando, yes, and then you as Medic for diversity. And then we'll move that up above Tri-Disaster, because I don't think I'll use... The most likely ones I'll utilise are probably Relentless Assault and Solidarity at the moment. There are some more interesting combos you can access later on in the game, but we're not later on in the game just yet, so... As specified, she pretty much keeps her cool at all times, and I'm not 100% sure we ever see the woman smile.
If we don't know our focus,
She is sort of po-faced at all times.
I think I saw it.
Oh, what did you see?
Saw what?
That is how a focus comes down, people. The Foul Sea, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse. Well, you know, that's what they say. You know, legends and all. You know, legends. Yeah.
Did you see anything?
I just... It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering...
What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
That makes a degree of sense. You're all marked at the same time, mate. Thought I'd stopped playing Valhalla earlier on today. But apparently no, we're back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You mean this isn't a short game? No. No, it distinctly is not a short game. I probably won't do every single thing in the game, but it's still going to take a long old time, even not doing every single thing.
That's the tricky part. The dream's the only hint the Foul Sea gives us. Figuring out what to do with it, that's our job.
Now I think the answer to that question is no. But precisely why it wouldn't have been
Save her.
Say what?
difficult to know.
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's that?
Because Snow thinks he's a hero, therefore he's, you know,
Let's do it. We're all in this
he thinks it's
together.
justice and not
I'm gonna
destruction.
look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
I'll come too. Wait.
Jeez.
But that would have been quite fun if the fucking chick, if the chick started casting magic. I know technically, like, in the past, Fat Chocobo, I think, cast spells, didn't he? And there might have been a couple of other Chocobo summons that were viably doing things. Oh, the Crystarium! Oh, here we go. Having become Lassie, the members of your party can now develop their powers, learning new abilities or improving attributes such as strength, magic, and HP. Yeah, go on, I might as well check in on the tutorial. The Crystarium is now accessible from the menu. Select it with the up and down, and then press A to open it. Oh, right, you actually... God damn it, you'll make up your mind as a system. Every other time it's told me, it's only been telling me as an example. It's not actually expected me to do it. But apparently no, this time it expects me to do the up and down. Can't deny, the Crystarium, I now remember it a bit more, having recognised that little opening there. It's quite beautiful. Lightning can develop as Commando or Ravager. Select Commando. And then, yes, we wrap around. So, it follows almost the line of sort of Final Fantasy X style of sort of upgrading. Not quite the same, but nonetheless, almost. As you can see, Ruin Crystal is illuminated. Illuminated crystals represent known abilities. Lightning can use the offensive magic spell Ruin whenever she is playing the role of Commando. The crystal next to Ruin is still dimmed, but by extending the line of Christogenesis to reach it. I like the fact that they do keep it in game terms there, don't they? Lightning can obtain the crystal and its benefits. You can advance the path of Christogenesis by holding A. Doing so will consume Christogen points, CP. Character development always requires CP, so don't think of doing it without your CP. Go ahead and advance Lightning's path of Christogenesis and press A and the line will extend, gradually consuming CP. Continue to hold A until the line reaches the next crystal. Away we... Oh, no, okay, fine. Go ahead and do it now. I was trying to make it dramatic, game, and you refused to let me, so... fuck. It wasn't as dramatic as I thought. I thought it was going to take longer. You obtain Strength plus 4, increasing Lightning's Strength by 4. You do like HP? Yes. HP's good. It's like getting a cookie for being a good battler. Yes. Yes, it is. Abilities can only be used when in the corresponding role, but attribute bonuses like... Oh, okay. That is... apparently dropping frames like a good one, but hopefully that's stabilised in some fashion. Right. So, yes, stat bonuses are across all of the things. That is just a person thing, whereas abilities are very much specific. Course of my Christogenesis. Normally the line will advance until you run out of CP. However, it will stop automatically at branching points, like the Strength plus 4 you just obtained. To continue advancing Christogenesis, hold A and in the desired direction. Well, I think that looks like a dead end, so I'm going to go to HP 20. Oh, but I've run out. I have to earn more CP. Earn yourself more of your points. If you wish to... yes. Oh, okay, fine. New character. Snow. What do you have available to you? Probably best to do... yeah, I mean, in fairness, the only options he's got here are getting himself bonus HP, which is nice, and then a bit of extra magic, which is equally nice. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So he's maxed out there. He's got one ability left somewhere here, which is Fringe Ward. And we'll try and head towards the Fringe Ward. You've barely got any classes available. Probably best to focus on Medic for you at the moment, I think. Not, again, it doesn't technically make much difference, considering we're not going to get that far round these things at the moment. And you, I mean, you've only got Ravager available, so we can get you a little bit of extra HP. And then the boy, now the boy has lots of... CP has an unfortunate second meaning. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to know if it's an unfortunate second meaning. Probably best to go Synergist for him, because it's the unique role that he's been given at this point, so he might as well sort of enhance it in some fashion. Let's just get the... hopefully, I'm just getting the... this is a new item off of each of those, which will be nice. Okay, I must admit, I'm probably not going to get around to this. Oh, I suppose this is all the previously on. There we go. We'll do that. Oh, and then, oh, there you go, the 13 days, I told you. So day 10 is gifts, and then we also know about day 11, but I don't think you technically get told that in story. I think this is something you only discover in the data log. The Bodum Vestige was a minor local landmark paid little regard. That changed on this night when Psycom discovered that the relic's long-sealed entrance had somehow been opened. A reconnaissance team was sent inside, reporting the discovery of a pulse fal'Cie. Before communication, links suddenly went silent, deeming it probable that the soldiers had been made l'Cie. The Sanctum then resealed the door to the vestige, trapping the team inside. The following day brought public announcement of both the discovery and plans for the purge. And then day 11 was the proposal. Oh, we saw the proposal. We literally saw that. Or did we? No. Oh, okay. So gifts we didn't. It would be Lightning's birthday in 2 days. While out shopping for her present with Sarah, Snow slipped away to buy engagement necklaces. He intended to propose to Sarah the very next day. He knew her fate as a l'Cie, but meant to stand by her no matter what. Meanwhile, Sarah searched for a gift that would help keep Lightning safe during her dangerous work as a soldier. After giving her sister the present, Sarah planned to confess about becoming a l'Cie. And then finally, day 13, the Exile. A fal'Cie of Pulse origin was discovered within a vestige on the outskirts of Bodum. 2 days previously, having apparently spent centuries in hibernation, with humans none the wiser to its presence. The Sanctum deemed the potential contamination by pulse magic a risk too great to overlook, and immediately enacted legislation permitting the purge, an involuntary removal of the fal'Cie and the entire population of Bodom from Cocoon. Deportees were told only that they would be transported to Pulse. So that's basically where we're at. And I could look up some of the other bits and pieces, but I'll not bore you with lore too much. Especially since, as you quite clearly saw, Vanille there was incredibly bored of the lore. She was not enjoying the lore there. I do wish to save, thank you. Back to just saving in the first data slot, please. Thank you. Now, did we have a map? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So, I must admit, it looks like the enemies are a dead end. So, one loosely assumes we are looking at a situation where I can pop down here and get a treasure chest. I'm trying to get the back attack, and I did! Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Isn't it wonderful? She's just gonna start twatting everyone. Blitz is quite good there because, of course, you get the stagger meter instantaneously. And then you can get the stagger on that, stagger on this. Oh, get in there. That's it. See, I just did an example there. Of where some of the nuance of this battle system that I didn't appreciate the first time I ever played it. What I did was I spotted that the stagger meter, I'll try and highlight it a little bit later as well, but I saw the stagger meter was going to sort of drop down low. And what I did was I pushed the Y button, which meant lightning, instead of waiting until the end of her meter filled, she acted immediately with an attack, which admittedly killed it, but that's not 100% the point. The point is, it would have stopped that meter going down. Because it wouldn't have done a huge amount to the meter, it wouldn't have raised it up too much, but it would have stopped it going down, which would have allowed time to then try and build it up a bit more. And can you spend this lore to unlock better items? No. You can read it. You can read it and like it. And that is your only options. You're not allowed to dislike it. That's not an option. Oh, we got a new Pearl-Wing staff for Vanille. One of her little ball toys. Hang on, I've entirely lost on buttons. She's not the best of situations. Okay, so considering she is focused on magic, I think it's safe to say, you know, I should probably... Although, that's interesting. I mean, I should probably still focus on magic, because inevitably it is better. But it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, that... Yeah, max HP comes from that. That doesn't have any actual extra ability. Yeah, it's really shitty upgrade. Isn't it? You lose a lot of attack for free magic. Still gonna do it. So why did you kick up such a fuss about it? Reasons. No, I didn't realise it was quite such an atrocious trade-off. I thought you were dropping a little bit of magic, or rather, I suppose, I thought you were dropping a lot of attack for a large boost in your magics. And that wasn't the case. It was a tiny boost to your magics, which is amazingly disappointing. How amazingly disappointing is your birth? That depends on who you are, I suppose. Let's grab the treasure chest first, although having said that, I'm not entirely sure how to grab that treasure chest. Might be the other way around. Oh well, let's twat this guy in the face first. He is aggravating me. Also, I didn't quite realise we were on whites, but... So if you're interested there, you can see that the whites are in fact weak to magic. Now, the fact that we know they are weak to magic means we are using the spell Ruin automatically, rather than using our attacks. Actually, no, tell a lie. Well, I may or may not be lying there, I don't know. But I think the other key thing is their flying, which means I don't think we can reach them. That might be why we're using Ruin. We don't actually know weaknesses yet. We haven't got... I believe you do It's often slightly difficult to know for certain, because sometimes it's one thing, sometimes it's the other. I think this game has Libra. As I say, it depends on your Final Fantasy as to which name it is. Sometimes it's Scan, sometimes it's Libra. I don't think there's actually another option. I thought there was more than that, but woo! Look at that, very fancy, very fancy indeed. But I think it's that sort of thing that kind of made people call this the walking simulator Final Fantasy, because you don't. I didn't actually have to push much in the way of buttons for that to do all of that. You just push forward, and she automatically does all the fancy leapings, which I mean, truth be told, I don't have a huge issue with that. Is the honest truth. Because it wouldn't be that much better if you were just, you know, pushing A to get up the hill. That's still technically only one button. So, I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
I think this game got a little tiny bit too much flack when it came out, I feel.
And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians, to defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are
In fairness,
Cocoon's
straws is all
enemies.
we've got now.
We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze!
Whoever's side is not their side, I think, is the answer to that question.
Hands behind your heads.
You fall off the purge train?
You fall off the ugly tree.
Maybe.
Or are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
She's quite capable. Fancy sword grab. Oh, here we go. I've actually got to do things. How dare you? Command execution tutorial. I think this is the bit where it's going to tell me about the whole pushing Y. If you choose to manually enter commands in battle, first choose abilities. I mean, there's not many reasons to do that, truth be told. The auto battle is just quite good. It's not. It's a fact. And then A to add them to your command queue. A description of each ability will be shown at the top of the screen. Try selecting abilities now to enter some commands. Okay, I will. Fine. Becoming a C extended Lightning's ATP gauge by 1 segment, meaning that she can now perform up to 3 consecutive actions. Now that her gauge is longer, it also takes longer to fill. However, you can execute her commands at any time by pressing the Y button. This will execute commands assigned to charge segments. Leftover charge will be carried over to your next turn. Now take a look at the ability list below. The number next to each ability is its ATB cost. More powerful abilities have higher ATB costs. Try entering enough commands to fill the gauge. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a blitz and an attack then. Entering commands manually allows you to determine their order, which is important since chain bonuses vary by command. Pay attention to each ability's ATB cost and try to fill your command queue with the most effective sequences possible. So, yeah, I mean, at the moment, that is probably the most effective sequence available, because Blitz is just good. But as I say, I mean, this was one of the things, and I still sort of have the issue. The auto battle tends, 9 times out of 10, I think I found, the auto battle just picked the right options. It just did.
This guy's a psychom, yeah?
Yeah, but remember, we're Lassie now, we're packing superpowers.
Yeah, but SciCom's an anti-pulse task force. They haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier that's got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but SciComm's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Not necessarily if I win the battles.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao!
Wait, hey, wait!
So happy it hurts my soul.
What's a man to do?
It's like some kind of poison to me, her level of happiness. She is like, she's just plain old too chipper. Oh, we did get that one, that's fine, marvellous. So yeah, we just carry on. Carry on my wayward son. We'll still kick the shit out of some enemies until we're done. Okay, so we're back to these chaps. So, you got to be careful of the flyers, because they obviously fly, and therefore make getting a back attack a little bit more awkward. I'm going for it. Marvellous, I did it. I wasn't expecting to. I thought the flyer would come back and screw me over, but still. So yeah, the other thing which we'll find later with the with this sort of auto battle gauge is simply the fact that I have mentioned previously that it's too good, and I stand by that statement, because what it will do is, once you know the weakness... Oh, shitting hell. Okay, one weakness is the fact that lightning's dying. Please stop doing that, dear. There we go, thank you. I could have possibly dropped into the other paradigm, but still. That's the other slight issue with this game. Sometimes the characters, they just sort of start dying instantaneously, and you go, well, shit. That character's dying. Help! So it can sometimes be a little bit troublesome to keep everybody alive. However, anyway, back to the auto battle. What the auto battle can do is it will use Libra automatically to track down the weaknesses of the enemy you're facing, and then from that point on, if it can, it will take advantage of the weaknesses that the enemies have. So it's like, fuck, well, that's exactly what I would have done. Why is the auto battle so good? Be a bit shitter, so that I can feel like I'm accomplishing something by being here. I'm hoping... Oh, cheeky! Surprising. I think these might be Sahagins. No, they're not. They're Bresh and Bass. I wonder if later on, there's every possibility that later on the same model is going to be utilised for Sahagins. I don't know for certain. Just keep twatting the bass. Go, go, go. See, like here, I think because it can't Libra, it is sort of, it's hedging its bets. You can see the auto battle. The auto battle is automatically going, do ruin and then 2 attacks. And I think that's based on the fact that it's trying to work out. It's doing a spread so that you're not, you know, at quite such a disadvantage if they're not weak to magic or something. I think, in fairness, on this occasion... Oh, there you go. I think it may have actually worked it out. The triple attack is the more effective use of your time. Yeah, there you go. It is doing it. So I think it might have been tracking there. So if I do a ruin and then an attack, and I'll learn the weakness of the creature. So it's like, you should stop being so good at auto-battling, please. I need you to be a bit shitter. Oh, I've just seen that that's a dead end. I was checking to see whether this was a dead end, but it came up the moment I pushed the button. Okay, let's see. We can do that. Oh, no. Oh, no, he turned around. What a dick. Oh, I think he may have caught me on the last moment. Did he? Oh, what a bitch. What a little bitch. I didn't think I would... Well, actually, no, tell a lie. I thought I would get caught. Then, for a split second, I didn't think I'd get caught. And then I did get caught. So to make it super complicated. Pow, pow. Oh, shitty balls. Let's go solidarity. Snow, get their attention. Call them dickheads. Something. Anything. He does do provoke, in fairness. He will provoke them, and they will now entirely attack him. There are some interesting... I think Sentinel, if you end up playing as the Sentinel, that's one of the classes where doing it yourself can sometimes be quite useful. Oh, here we go. We are back to full health, so let's go. Full attack mode with Relentless Assault. Relentless Assault is definitely your bread and butter. There is very few occasions where you don't want to be doing Relentless Assault. The Triple Ravager one I showed earlier can be useful. It can be useful if you want to blitz. If you want to blitz that stagger meter up, having 3 of them throw magic at it can work quite nicely. However, you want to fairly swiftly, because I suppose maybe I skipped over it and didn't quite let it explain it, or it did and I didn't pay much attention because I feel like I know how to play the game. Despite actually showing the tutorials, I kind of feel confident I know how to do the game, so it's kind of, I just wanted to double check some things, I suppose. But anyway, the crucial thing is how that stagger meter works, and you do want to focus on the stagger meter. The stagger meter is incredibly important. How that works is the magic attacks from the Ravagers will boost that meter up quite high. And then what happens, though, is once it's been boosted quite high by your Ravagers, it will drop very, very swiftly. The Commando, however, raises that meter only a tiny amount, only a very tiny amount. However, it stops it dropping quite so swiftly. So what you need to do is you do need that balance. That's why Relentless Assault is probably the best paradigm available, because you have 2 Ravagers boost that meter, and then the Commando stop that meter dropping. And then next time round, you have them boost the meter even more, and then the Commando stops it dropping. And dependent on the enemy, this is important for bosses. Not that I'm necessarily providing you a tutorial for how to play the game, but nonetheless, it's important for bosses, because bosses have a much more difficult stagger meter. Oh, good. Oh, here we go. We're getting them injured. It's quite nice, these little extra bits. I like this game. Otherwise, I wouldn't play it, I suppose, but nonetheless.
Last name's Farron. First, anybody's guess.
Vanille, do you have a surname? Saz Katzroy. I didn't remember his surname, I must admit. Oh, now is this the bit? Or is this a boss? Or is this something else entirely?
I'll keep the kids out of trouble.
Problem with that is, you're one of them.
Harsh.
Trying to take on the post-Foul C. That was our first mistake. We should have left it to the Sanctum. Why not? I mean, we've counted on the Sanctum's Foul C for food, water, everything we've needed since the
Too happy. Too happy by far.
Why is that? Gotta be something.
There might have been. Not so sure anymore.
Okay, I just need to solve an issue. So let me just, there we go. Get rid of that. Hopefully that might, difficult to know for certain, but I'm hoping that might resolve a certain amount of the dropping frames. So with a bit of luck, we can just start to resume, and that should, I don't know, it might improve it. It's difficult to know for certain, but it's the unfortunate thing. That's where I really need to have the options of being able to sort of drop the quality of the stream, because when I can drop the quality of the stream to 160, I can look at it and review it and make sure it's all working, and it's marvellous, and it's all good stuff. But unfortunately, when it insists on playing at 1080, it's very difficult to sort of get it to work properly. These guys, I don't think are going to be troublesome. I think they're just I can just attack them. Don't even have to think about it. Blitz is probably a little bit unnecessary, but that's where I suppose, again, this is where the auto battle does let you down a little bit. Sometimes it just goes, there's a lot of enemies here, do your sweepy attacks, and you might, at this early stage it doesn't make much difference, but later on some of the enemies might be that little bit tougher, and therefore you might want to sort of make the executive decision and just go, no, I need all of my basic attacks, and therefore you want to, overtake and override the auto battle. But at this early stage, outside of bosses, I think for the most part, it's fairly simplistic stuff, and therefore the auto battle will get you through the fight. No matter what the fight is, it will win it for you. Ba 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 ba. Slice their tits off. Do the Pantherons have tits? I don't know. But they don't anymore, for we have sliced them off. It's one of those ones where you want to just let your CP, your Christogen points, you want to let them build for a period of time, and then you can just sort of spend them all at once, I find. Usually, if you get the sense that there's a boss inbound, it's inevitably worthwhile trying to sort of deal with the points then and there, which is fairly, I would suggest, fairly obvious sentiment. So why did you make it? Well, I thought I would just fill the void of silence. See, it's better when the void of silence is perhaps filled. Otherwise you're just sort of watching a video game, and, well, at that point, you might as well play the video game, truth be told. Not that you should go and play Final Fantasy XIII right now, because, be here and support me and, love me and do all the things that fragile egos require. Hey guys. Just keep bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. It's my bouncy girl. She bounces everywhere. She's got springs in her boots. That's how she bounces so fervently. Did I have a new shot? I don't think I did. I think the only ones I had... Oh, I got the black and white outfitters. I'm assuming black and white. It's difficult to know for certain. Iron Bangle, Power Wristband, okay, yeah, and Magician's Wristband. So I'm probably going to want some of them. Probably going to want some... Well, does Snow... I'm going to have to check that. Does Snow have... Snow, equipment. Do you have... Ah, you do have an Iron Bangle, good. Because Snow, 9 times out of 10, at this early stage at the very least, Snow is going to be your Sentinel. Because he's the only Sentinel you've got. Therefore, it makes a degree of sense you want to get him as tanky as you possibly can. Because he is required to be able to take a hit and keep on trucking.
Sarah.
She's fine. Sarah. She's Crystal.
Sarah.
She might have a nick or something, but, other than that, she's fine. So at that point, he accidentally sort of breaks a finger off or something.
Thanks.
Oh, hello.
This is goodbye.
Lightning! You're just gonna leave her?
SciComm will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead.
Practical
You think Sarah'd
otherwise.
want that? You think you know how she feels?
If I leave her, then I'll never know. We'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll protect Sarah and Cocoon.
Oh, there we go. I suddenly doubted myself, but I vaguely remembered that she went in for the punch. And a second.
What can you possibly do?
I don't know.
Whatever it takes.
They're a happy family, aren't they? Fucking hell.
Ooh, me. You two are hopeless.
No, he's right there at the back.
Just can't admit it.
The boy's name is Hope.
You want to say as much as he does.
Oh, this might be our first big, you know, like proper hardcore boss.
Huh? Whoa, whoa. No, no. No, 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 not now.
Scorpion Tank! Might actually be called Scorpion Tank, I don't know. Not really got the claws for a scorpion, has it? But it does sort of have a tail. Which does, you know, a tail a scorpion doth not make. Oh, we're still using this pie. I wasn't 100% convinced we were. Oh, Paradigm System Tutorial. The next part. What do you want to tell me, game? The enemy that stands before you has vast reserves of HP. This tutorial explains how to employ paradigms effectively to stagger it, so you can deal extra damage and defeat it quickly. Go for it, let's see. An offensive paradigm like Relentless Assault allows you to concentrate the party's attacks on a single enemy and quickly stagger it. Stop those attacks, and the chain bonus you worked so hard to build will begin to fall. As a result, it may seem like a good idea to stick with Relentless Assault for the entire battle. However, this enemy's powerful attacks are capable of reducing your party's HP to dangerous levels. If any of your party members take too much damage, shift to a paradigm like Solidarity that contains a medic and heal your characters before they're knocked out. Avoid using a defensive paradigm for too long though. The longer you use it, the lower your chain bonus will fall, and the harder it will be to stagger your opponent. Pay close attention to both your party's HP and the enemy's chain gauge, shifting paradigms as needed. For the time being, your best bet is a paradigm composed of commandos and ravagers like Relentless Assault. Focus on driving up your chain bonus until your party has taken significant damage, then shift to Solidarity to recover. As soon as everyone has been healed, shift back to the offense. The goal is to stagger your enemy as quickly as possible, so do your shifting efficiently, without giving its chain gauge a chance to recover. I'll fucking try it, but what I'm going to try first is I'm going to try maximum magic. Pow, 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 pow. No, alright, maximum magic is not going to work as well as I was hoping. Let's get in there with some attacks to try and keep the meter from dropping too fast. And now we... Oh, shit, okay, no, I fucked it. I
can't stop now.
Bugger. Okay, so, new plan. Stick to Relentless Assault, and then shift into the other one a little bit earlier. I thought I could do a cheeky little max ravage back to commando, then heal. I couldn't. I couldn't. Is the fact there? Oh well, you gotta be very appreciative of the fact that there's a skip cutscene button, because otherwise we'd be absolutely fucked there. And no, this time game, as much as I ignored your tutorial last time, I'm going to skip it this time. Right, this time just attack, attack, attack. There we go. We can build up the chain meter. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Back to Solidarity then. We're going to need you. And yes, the benefit of Solidarity is where I was discussing the fact that... where I discussed that Commando doesn't do a huge amount to the chain gauge, but will keep it from dropping as quickly. That's why you want Commando, Sentinel, Medic, because the Medic can heal everybody, the Sentinel can tank the damage, and the Commando can stop the chain meter dropping like a stone, which is quite beneficial. And then you can pop back to Relentless Assault, and this time we should stagger it comfortably. That's the ticket. That's what we like to see. So I think once again, it's trying to figure out. So Ruin... Oh, it's difficult. There was a lot of numbers on screen, wasn't there? A lot of numbers. Frost Strike. And now... Okay, Ruin... I feel like the attacks are doing more. I'll tell you what, let's do a full attack run. Yeah, that's about 800. I think. Oh, hello! Go to Solidarity and get our boy Snow back up to what he needs to be up to. And then instantly back to that one. This is basically what the battle system boils down to. You have to use the paradigm shift at exactly the right moment. I say exactly, I mean, you've got a bit of wiggle room, but not a huge amount. I'm going to stick with the... No, okay. yeah, your attacks, I feel, are doing much better than anything else at this point. Of course, the other option I provided myself was diversity, which will allow me to keep up the chain gauge smash with a commando and a ravager, whilst also having Vanille pop in as medic. So this time, oh, okay, solidarity. Fuck me! Really?
I can't stop.
Well, shit. That's one of those ones where it's just a series of attacks. I kind of feel like I got unlucky there. He just happened to attack lightning twice in a row, and there was shit all I could do about it. Because, I mean, in fairness, on that occasion, I was actually doing quite a lot of shifting. Tell you what I should be doing. I should have remembered to actually use the Christogen points. I've forgotten twice now. Therefore, that's probably put me at a bit of a disadvantage, but never mind. Never mind. I suppose arguably at this... Well, I mean, yeah, okay. The moment it does that laser, I think I need to get into the defensive formation. And then straight back to there. Oh, and Crystal Rain, I think we need to go back to diversity. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me, game? Okay. Now you're just grating a little bit. And yeah, fucking hell. That one, I swear to God, that one wasn't even my fault. Again, that was just... He happened to twat lightning twice in a row. And so, boom, there you go. That's it. You're done, son. Fuck. No, I don't have any other words other than fuck. I thought this was a speed run. No, this is a apparently I'm fucked run because I can't win run, which is I don't know precisely what's happening in this situation because it shouldn't be as difficult as it seems to be being. Oh, did I finish Ravager? Yes, I did. So Sentinel, we've just got the one ability. So Fringe Ward. Reduce damage to the nearby allies when you're target of an area attack. Okay, that might be very useful. Also, we can boost his HP, boost his strength, maybe? Yes. There we go. What we got? So, completed, completed, and completed. Cool. So I've completed all the gubbins for you, sir. Now let's get you probably best to focus on your medic abilities. Magic, strength will do nicely. Magic will do lovely. Into that, and then I mean I might as well do the others. You know, it'll be handy having done it for later, but technically speaking, you know. Oh no, he's not able to get there. And then finally, Hope, as specified. Hope, we are sort of focusing on his synergist role, as I feel that's probably the most beneficial. I mean, he needs to be good at medic as well, I think, if memory serves. But okay, so that's sorted that out. We'll just do a little save. Not sure precisely how the retry system is working, whether it's just automatically loading that save file or whether it is putting me sort of like, you know, just back the way I was just moments ago. It's almost a shame they didn't decide to do just a straight... Well, I suppose arguably then I wouldn't have been able to spend the CP, but it might have been quite good had they done just a straight up sort of, do you want to go to the menu, else let's just start the battle again type deal. So, right, okay, let's get to Solidarity immediately there to try and heal up, because I think that's going to be required. Now, is Auto Battle still doing Ruin? Yes, I think it is. So I think what we want to do is ditch the Auto Battle for now, because I think standard attacks are actually doing slightly more. What we need to do is ideally get back to Relentless Assault. That's what we need. Do. Attack, attack, attack. It's attack of the Mac. I'll tell you what, let's use that diversity one so that we can, in fact... Oh, she's only got Thunder, so I can go back to Auto Battle. She can only use Thunder. Again, there's sort of... That whole pushing Y to act early is another one where it's quite useful as a Ravager. Because, as we've established, when that meter drops quite swiftly, as long as you get another attack in... I'm just using Auto Battle again, I shouldn't really. Let's go back to Diversity, because I can carry on doing damage But what you can do is potentially do a cheeky little extra thunder, which might just give you a little bit more time before the stagger meter goes down completely and you lose all your progress. Okay, we don't need that anymore, so back to Commando for you, dear. I don't remember what does she actually do with her shield, with her sword? Because obviously that one she's Commando again, but we need to be defensive again. And then let's go to diversity, and she's just still using it as a sword. I always wondered if she did whip it into a gun, but I think that's only if you do a... Oh, please don't die again. Oh, are you...
I can't stop now.
Okay. I mean... I got nothing. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it's being a fucking dickhead about the whole affair. Because it shouldn't just be able to wipe me out instantly like that. And yet it is. I'm clearly doing something wrong. I just don't know what. Get to solidarity again, because obviously we want to make sure we get healed once again. I'm assuming I need to try and use solidarity more often, but the point is you don't want to be using it too often. Okay, Crystal Rain is the one we're having problem. This game is shit after all. I don't. Oh, what are you doing? Why? The moment it uses Crystal Rain, it's game over. I can't... I don't have a solution to this problem. I can probably go... I don't have a solution to this. What other bits and pieces do you have available? Okay, so there are a couple of extra stat buffs. I'll pop back here and see if I can do some training, but I absolutely shouldn't be necessary, and yet it just seems to keep kicking the shit out of me, and I don't have a reason why. It goes Crystal Rain, you're done. Like, you can't be in Sentinel mode constantly. Well, actually, I suppose technically I can. No, I suppose. I mean, strictly speaking, there's no reason why I can't just... If I go into Paradigms, I'll have a Commando, Ravager, Sentinel group for Delta attack. Put that above Diversity, perhaps. Actually, put that there. Yeah, we'll try. We'll gather a little bit more CP by wandering backwards for a bit, and then we'll try potentially utilising the Delta attack, but... yeah, I mean... the game has just gone, and no more progress for you, sir. No more progress for you. And I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong, which is a little concerning, because of course... can't identify the problem, you don't really stand much of a chance of solving it. Plus the CP we're getting here is tragically low. Even for a sort of perfect battle. I think it's because I don't think the game is necessarily designed for grinding things. But it's clearly also not designed for enjoy and move on past the first real boss. So... yeah, we're going to have problems, I think, which is... I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't expect smooth sailing all the way, I just expected to get past, get past the first section without too much trouble. Apparently, though, that is not going to be the case. I must admit, I can't be bothered to go all the way back, so I'm going to try it again, I suppose just keep smashing your face into a brick wall and eventually the brick wall will give away. Assuming you've got enough face to last for a long time. Which, you know, I mean, mine's not. My face is hardly anything to write home about, so I can probably afford to just keep smashing it against the brick wall for a prolonged period of time. So it's, I suppose I could do some shopping, but I don't think that's going to help me. No, because I mean, oh, she does not have an iron bangle. Does she literally not have an accessory then? Or did she have a different accessory? Oh, there you go. She's got a power wristband. Yeah, it increases strength. That's kind of what I want with her. Well, the fact that she keeps dying, I suppose maybe I shouldn't. No, I think we'll just... Oops, not the new one, please. The old one, thank you. Well, let's try seeing if Delta Attack helps me a little bit more, but... I mean, it really is like, shitting hell. I know they suggest keep switching, but I didn't think it was going to be quite as required to keep getting Sentinel-based stuff, because... I really feel like she shouldn't just die instantaneously. But apparently she likes to die just instantaneously. Okay, there's Delta Attack. Unfortunately that's not going to do what I want it to do because I do need the healing. Now I'm not going to worry about putting attacks in because it slows it down a little bit. Oh, here's Crystal Rain, so we might be fucked. I'll throw down a potion immediately to try and counteract Crystal Rain. Oh good, I think she's actually using... Oh no, Ruin Attack again. I thought maybe she'd actually been sensible. But no, she was not. There we go, right, we're into the stagger phase. I'm tapping the buttons for no good reason, it doesn't make it quicker. Well, it makes it fractionally quicker, I suppose. Right, let's go Delta Attack this time. Try and get him to steel guard everything. He should be able to tank most things. Whilst we still actually get to... Oh, actually, the stagger meter, we're wearing it down at the moment, so it's not going to make much difference. Well, I don't think he'd actually managed to get... I don't think he'd quite gotten to improving his defense on that occasion. Right, let's Relentless Assault for a little bit. There we go. That should work out nicely for building that meter again. Just keep watching out for the fucking Crystal Rain. So I genuinely thought, I was looking at that going, oh fuck, it's Crystal Raining, Crystal Raining! But no, apparently not Crystal Raining just yet. Let's go Solidarity just to really buff that health bar. Get him targeted, get him provoked. Okay, especially here, this is where we actually need the old provocation. So I think Fringe Ward is actually benefiting us as well, so it's kind of lucky we did go in and make the effort to get that. I'm just kind of... Okay, let's go Delta Attack. Okay, that should be... The Crystal Rain should come down exclusively on our boy, and then I'll use a potion for healing. And now we'll just go back to attacking. In fact, we can probably go back to Relentless Assault for now. Try and take advantage of the rest of that meter. Now, come on. Yes, make sure that stagger meter stays up. Interestingly enough, Snow, I think, was still provoking it, even though he was in Ravager form, so the entirety of that attack went on him. We just managed to stagger it again. Snow's not in great shape, but he's still got more health than Nightling, so I'm not going to leave him. I'm going to leave him just tanking it for now. There we go! Finally, the game has yielded to normality. That normality being that it shouldn't have been that difficult in the first fucking place. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We want to help Sarah too. But without tools, we could be digging for days. The army's on our trail. So for now, we gotta keep moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus?
What about fuck you?
What happened to banding together and saving the world? Isn't that what you promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here? Snow, you're nothing but talk.
Lightning. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll finish this focus and keep Sarah safe. That's my promise.
Great job so far.
Ooh. She's a bitch, isn't she? Harsh blow to his ego. And with his ego quite so inflated, it's it'll burst.
You do.
Get going.
But
Later.
Okay.
Snow.
Save it for next time, kiddo. You'll get left behind.
But
It's okay, Hope. Light'll take care of you. We'll meet again.
yeah, count on it.
So unfortunately we are leaving Snow behind, which is inconvenient for me because I like him, and inconvenient for the fact that we now no longer have a Sentinel, which is an issue. Can't remember who takes his place because I don't think we get to choose our party just yet. I think we're still sort of running whatever party the game says we're running. I think it might be Zaz. We might get Zaz in there. No, I was correct. We have Zaz the Ravager. So he wields 2 guns, as we've seen previously, but he also now wields fire magic. I'm fairly confident this will just tell me to not go this way. Oh no. No, it's fine. Oh no, it's letting me. It's letting me. Oh, it won't let me go near Snow. And he will just continue bashing that forevermore, basically. We could I'm assuming... I've never really tried, but you know, you got to assume there's not some kind of strange Easter egg where if you stand here long enough, just staring at him bashing the ground with that stick, you got to assume there's not a, you know, not a sort of Far Cry 3 type scenario where if you just sit there for 10 minutes, he'll dig her out and go, oh, time to go home then. Lovely, cool. And that's a lovely little alternate game over. I'm fairly confident he will just keep looping that animation forevermore. So let's ignore him and carry on. Carry on moving. Carry on moving. Move off in this direction. I do like her little cape. It's only a tiny cape, but it's enough cape to make you go, it's a good cape. No, maybe we shouldn't leave him on his own. Yes. Or we could not pray because we don't really believe in that nonsense, so, you know. A little harsher than usual there for... Oh, I think I caught him. I think I caught him. Yes, I did. Ribbit. If I get a good blitz, I might be able to kill them all at once. But you will note, I have now, I now only have access to Relentless Assault and Diversity, because, you know, when you are putting forth a Relentless Assault, what you really need is a dance troupe in the background. No, in all seriousness, it's because we've lost Snow the Sentinel, therefore we have no choice in the matter. And I think, Zaz can literally only be a Ravager, which means we could do triple Ravager, but I sort of thought it might have worked previously. It didn't. I'm fairly confident I found that out the hard way the first time I played the game as well. That triple Ravager might be mildly amusing, but really is not something you particularly want to do too much of. It's nice being able to sling spells for all of them, but it is sort of like, it just doesn't... it doesn't do what the system wants to do, which is build the chain meter. Did we... Oh, okay, no, they got the back attack on me. I don't think that matters. It doesn't count for anything other than inconvenience. But yeah, I wondered where the dogs had gone. We'd flipped over them. I was always going to take the encounter, because all CP is good CP, apart from possibly the definition we've discussed that we don't know what it is yet. Not that we want to know what it is, I will just clarify that one again. But yes, you want to do as many battles as possible, because, let's be honest, health is king. Okay, so we want to go down this path here, because it looks like a dead end. See how much more convenient it is when you've got a lovely little map. A lovely little map, because I can with a degree of confidence go, look at that left-hand path. That looks like a dead end. I'll just go down there first. Not, oh, I've got to wander down. Is it looking like it's looking like a dead end, so I'll carry on, or it's not looking like a dead end, I'll move away. No, you can visually see on the map it's a dead end. Let's go. So much more convenient. I know it doesn't. It takes a bit out of the adventuring aspect, I suppose, but oh, the Nebulas. That is a new gun for our boy Zaz. My man. Follow the old man's lead. Okay, so yes. See, this one's a bit more reasonable. He gets 10 more magic points, and he only drops 4 strength. Now that's entirely, you know, absolutely you want to do that because he's a Ravager and he's only a Ravager. So naturally you want to go and give him the most magical power you can possibly put forth in it. It is absolutely hugely important to boost his magic whenever and wherever possible because he can only be a Ravager at the moment. Eventually, I will, again, bit of a spoiler I suppose, but eventually all of them get to be all classes, so you don't, you know, you then, towards the end game, I will shake my slippery tube whenever I fancy shaking my slippery tube. No, you absolutely should not be closing your eyes. Okay, I kind of wanted to try and surprise them. I really didn't make the effort though. Oh no, they're Bloodfang Basses now. I genuinely thought they were going to perhaps be Sahagins. I'm obsessed with, at some point, meeting an enemy called the Sahagin. I don't know why. It's almost an unhealthy obsession at this point. Is this a Sahagin? Is this a Sahagin? Is this a Sahagin? Is this a Sahagin? No. No, it's not. The unfortunate thing is a lot of his guns, I don't know whether it's by design perhaps, I don't know, but a lot of his guns start losing the cool factor and start entering far more into the they look absolutely fucking plastic levels of stuff. So there should be, there is, I was going to say, there should very much be a path down here. However, I could not seem to see the path. I could not see the path for looking. Oops, whoops. I'm on the pipe, I'm down, off the pipe. I'm on the pipe, I'm off the pipe. Hey, caught him. I was just trying to, that's why I was on and off the pipe. Oh no, I didn't catch him. Well, fuck you, game. I am pretty certain I fucking caught his backside, thank you very much. I thought I did quite well. And then the game said no. Try and twat him before he twats you. No, didn't do much for me. Oh, she has arrow. Did she? Oh yeah, no, we already established she was the windy one. The Windy Miller. Although technically, I think her full-blown element is not really wind, I don't think. She clearly has used arrow at the beginning here, but ultimately she has a very different sort of power altogether, I think. She doesn't necessarily head towards the single element type deal. A little bit like Hope, where I sort of put forth he might be considered holy in some fashion. Oh, that is entirely the wrong way. That's fine. That's the slippery tube we were shaking. I've shaken my slippery tube. I've shaken it real good. I've shaken it and stirred it, but that was slightly concerning. Oh, I see they're discussing Hope's issues with Snow.
He'll learn exactly how I feel.
Again, spoiler alert, I know he does. In a most unfortunate fashion. Okay, so I think the best bet is probably try and attack these Oh, no, I think they caught me right at the last second. I thought I had managed to sneak my way towards them, but I hadn't at all, no sir. I missed my opportunity. Bye-bye. Just to continue the technical assessment of Lightning's outfit, she's got quite nice boots. Nice boot. Oh, I can't. I mean, we're in a slightly different spelling of boots. One with a double B. No, no, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Okay, fine. I mean, apparently the game is happy for me to investigate her boobs, but not her boots. I suppose slightly further away. Like, no, okay, no. I was hoping maybe no. No, I can't seem to manipulate it. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to investigate her boots, but from what we've seen of her boots, they are quite nice boots. You can sort of see them, I suppose. Oh yeah, there we go. If I split the difference between running and walking, okay, it's difficult to do so because obviously you're having to lightly push a direction. Entirely pointless. This entire conversation is pointless, but nonetheless, I like the metallic parts on the boots. They're generally quite nice boots. I can't deny it. The outfit for Lightning in this first game is quite nice. I quite like, there's a little tiny bit of cloud in there, isn't there? I don't know whether that was deliberate or not. One assumes it was. But the sort of zip-op, sort of corduroy? I don't think they'd be classified as corduroy in this situation, but that sort of ridged jumper. Just that tiny, tiny bit of cloud there. With the sort of single shoulder piece of armour as well, having a little bit of cloud-esque in there. So, okay, there's definitely sort of a target thing here. I think that is a thing we're supposed to be doing something with. Cool. Then... Ah, it's a gun. Right, there we go. I think you'd have to do that to open up the next path, in fairness. Can we shoot the frogs? Because that would be quite convenient, wouldn't it? If I could shoot the frogs. Okay, let's try and wait for that guy. Because you only have to back attack one of... Ah, you bastard. Bastard bass. He turned around. I was about to say you only have to back attack one of them, but unfortunately the bastard turned around. Gresham bass, bloodthirsty bass, and now finally the final bass we'll encounter, the bastard bass. Billy the fucking bastard bass. Oh dear, I may have pushed that a little bit too late. There was a lot of enemies in this fight, so slightly troublesome. I think maybe the medics do bias the lead character. You would hope so, at least, anyway. Because obviously the unfortunate thing... This is where this battle system is a bit of a mixed bag. Because I do find it slightly annoying that you don't have control over your allies. But I also do quite like the overall battle system. Like, the paradigm shifting stuff I really quite like. But the sort of, you know, I don't know. I've never been great with RPGs that force you to only play as one character. It's why I often, like, the first thing I will do on a lot of RPGs, if they put this in, I think Persona 5 did this, they'll have it automatically set to the AI controlling your partner characters. Now, this battle system is built around it, so you can't change it, but Persona 5 you can. You can drop it from sort of automatic commands to, nope, I am in full control of my party, thank you very much. Which makes it so much easier to make your own decisions. Partings and promises. Promises and partings. I promise you that you can go to the hairdresser and get yourself a parting. Oh my, that's a big beastie. We've seen how much trouble I have with big beastie. Oh, we are going straight into the big beastie, fair enough. Battle technique tutorial. Oh, I see. Yes, I don't know what that is. Oh, techniques. Oh, yeah. I didn't think that was coming in just yet. Special abilities used by expending technical points. Your party's TP gauge appears below the leader's HP gauge. Successfully unleashing a full ATB gauge of queued abilities or earning a high battle rating replenishes TP. Try using a technique for yourself. Select techniques from the menu and then execute the Libra ability. Yes. And there you go, I was right. In this game it is Libra. Using Libra reveals the abilities and weaknesses of your enemies. You can view known enemy intel at any time by pressing the RB button. Revealing enemy attributes will automatically change the abilities selected by the auto battle command and by your allies. The most effective actions known are always chosen. That is what I was explaining earlier. It calculates it. I didn't think Libra was a technique, I must admit. I had not realised that. Using Libra on this Alpha Behemoth revealed that it is vulnerable to both fire and water. If a character's current role has access to abilities that deal damage of those types, that character will now be able to deal damage more efficiently. When you encounter seemingly overwhelming new enemies, Libra can be a potent ally. In fairness, Zaz literally only has fire, so it wouldn't have been too much of a troublesome thing. And I don't think Vanille's got any kind of water-based attacks just yet. We can check out her wand. I realise the phrase "check out" with her arse wiggling around in the corner there might have been misleading, but nonetheless, I was going to say, genuinely, we can check her wand a little bit closer because you can see it clearly. Additional techniques will become available over time. More powerful techniques consume more TP when used, and unlike HP, TP is not restored automatically after battle. Aim to achieve high battle ratings in order to replenish TP. So yeah, I don't remember. Libra I definitely remember using a lot of, because, you know, it's useful and incredible. Whereas a lot of the others I don't recall. But yes, we can just stop right there. Thank you very much. If you could just leave me and not punch me in the face just yet. I was going to have a look at this. So, okay, status immunities. Interesting. There's a few mystery ones there. I'm assuming we don't... I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't turned up as symbols, but I can't remember what those symbols mean, so it's going to be a bit troublesome to fucking figure it out. But yeah, I mean, magic is halved, which means now that the auto battle knows that, it will only ever use... Oh, okay, that's not a good sign. We just got the shit kicked out of us. Oh well, at least we've got a medic on board now. But yeah, this is where suddenly losing Snow, losing the Sentinel, is slightly problematic because, and I think there's a fairly prolonged period of the game where you do not have access to Snow, and it's like, this is alarming. This is concerning because you lose a whole set of paradigms, and it's like, hey, how do I? Let's get back to diversity, because this one basically what you have to do is rely on the fact that the medic can keep up essentially, and that's difficult. If I can hopefully. Get back to Relentless Assault, because we're so close, on the cusp of stagger. There we go, I told you we were on the cusp. There we go, that actually wasn't that bad. Surprisingly easy, considering that it's a fucking behemoth. And behemoths can usually crop up and be sort of a big old fuck you beast. I seem to remember, I think they were particularly nasty. In some Final Fantasies, they are particularly nasty. There are obviously many different variations of Final Fantasy when they do different enemies at different points in the game, so they can sometimes be devastating and sometimes be, pitiful. I know they did use, I believe they used the Behemoth, if memory serves, in Monster Hunter when they did their sort of Final Fantasy XIV? Yeah, I think it was Final Fantasy XIV crossover with Monster Hunter. They brought the Behemoth into Monster Hunter. And I tell you, that was a fucking fight and a half. Jesus. I don't know if you've ever tried facing off against a behemoth in Monster Hunter, but they are difficult. Oh, that's a fancy looking ship. Can we steal it? Well, that does look a little bit like it's got a sort of condom penis ending.
Sweep D, form ranks.
They must be hunting down Purge survivors.
I hope everyone made it out okay.
So do I. But nowhere is safe for them now. Damn it. Just cause they shared a neighborhood with a foul sea. They get treated like Pulse-tainted rats.
People really hate Pulse, don't they?
Not hate. More like fear. Tens of millions of people, all scared of Pulse boogeymen. They'd be shaking in their beds every night if they knew that the sea like us were around.
But they purged that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Fal'Cie did nothing to stop it. Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors in judgment. Guess humans aren't worth the effort. Figure they'll let us just kill each other off.
The sea are not human.
Listen, you, that's enough. We're still alive. That's something.
What?
Where is it?
I don't know. There!
They're sealing off the area. They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
Well then, let's move then. We shall move as fast as our little legs. Talking of her legs, her tiny, thin, tiny cotton bud type legs. I'm surprised they haven't snapped yet, but they are so thin. Such thin legs. Thin legs, and she. I was obsessing over her legs last week, if people were wondering. She has incredibly thin legs. Just look at them, look at them, look at them. Look how thin they are. Look how thin they are. And they have no substance whatsoever. I bet it'd be very easy to break her legs. Not that you should be breaking her legs. I mean, that's just unreasonable and unfair, I think. But nonetheless, do we have any information on them? No, we don't. I didn't think we did, but I wanted to double check. So arguably, what we should do is we'll Libra it up just to, you know, get them in the files. Get them in the files. Oh yeah. So basically, you know, he's bog standard. Although I must admit, that little, I think it's meant to be a club, sort of a security baton type thing. But they're nice. They're quite nice looking. They look almost like a gun, but I don't think they are meant to be. Unless they're meant to be both, which is fair enough. But they are certainly using them as clubs here. Certainly we know that Lightning Sword does the old gunblading stuff, so it's not impossible in the world to consider the fact that they've got both a sort of baton and a bullet. A bullet and baton, bullet and baton. Everybody loves bullets and batons. Da -da, doo -doo -doo -doo. Continue running along the Crystal Lake. And if we're lucky, we might find Crystal Palace, and then we can cheer for them against Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know why Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know. I just made it up. Well, I say made it up. It is a real football team. It was the first one that sprang to mind. Crystal Palace, a football team. If you didn't know, just in case. I didn't want you confused. More so than normal, I suppose, but nonetheless, yeah, Crystal Palace would be a football team. I can't remember. What was the game? I think it was Cyberpunk. I think Cyberpunk might have had a Crystal Palace in the skies above there. I should probably utilise Libra again. Although I am running alarmingly low on Libras. Oh, okay. Well, that's not... Whoa, okay. Bad news, bears. Bad news for Vanille. She is dead. Which is bad news for the team, because we're dying as well. Fuck me. She just sort of died. And it was a little surprising. Come on, dear. Get your cure out. Get the cure on. Oh, well, yeah, it was mildly amusing towards the end of Cyberpunk, because I couldn't take it seriously. Not that I can take many things seriously, but I couldn't really take it. It was like this seemingly sort of quite emotional moment, and it was like they just kept talking about the Crystal Palace, and I was like, stop saying Crystal Palace, because all I could think of was the football team Crystal Palace, and it was like, oh god, we're going to head off to the Crystal Palace. Are you? Well, enjoy the afternoon out at the football then, I suppose. So yeah, could not take that sequence seriously whatsoever. But still. Was that an important story? Yeah. Yeah, it was an important story. Yes, it was. But, in fairness, things aren't that difficult in the first place. Oh, we've got a gunman. We've got Mr. Gunman. Yeah, the ranger needs Libraing as well. How many of those Libra scopes do I have? Only one. So I suppose at this point, ranger, please. Yeah, I will Libra up a storm. Pow, yes, slicey dicey. As the game told you, everybody becomes a little bit more efficient when you've Libra'd things. So I kind of want to just keep trying to remember to Libra everything as much as I can. Oh yes, indeed. Now we want to just pop over the Relentless Assault. The unfortunate thing is, of course, the TP. The TP is not really... The TP is running out, but that's because I didn't stockpile enough at the beginning of the lockdowns. No, that was toilet paper if you were TP, toilet paper. The technical points are surprisingly low, and slightly alarmingly so. Data log. So theoretically, we have got enemy intel, there you go. Soldiers, Psychom shock troopers. We've got both of them with a lovely little tick. Oh, we do not have a tick on a ranger, which is interesting, because I definitely do... Oh, I thought... Oh, interesting. I wonder what the tick means, then. No, really, I wonder what the tick means. Is there something on that ranger that I don't know? Oh, I see, I don't know its drops. I don't know its drops yet. Yeah, Libra I don't think deals with drops. So... Plus, I think a lot of these are ticked solely based on the fact that I kick the shit out of them so effectively that it sort of very much learnt. As I say, a lot of the time it will learn by doing as well. Because if you've not Libra'd something, on some occasions I'm fairly certain I have seen it do a spread of elements. And then it will work out. It will work out what element is the weak point. And then start using that element exclusively. Libra is just a sort of a way of skipping that sort of learning process, essentially. I mean, I'm probably going to end up going round in circles here, because what I'll end up doing is I'll take this path, see what happens, and then I'll review the secondary path, and then I'll have to take one or both of those paths a second time to make sure I've not missed anything. I'm relatively certain I haven't missed anything. Oh, are you opening it, dear? Thank you. A bit slow on the uptake of opening, weren't you? But yeah, we're just going to wander around there, and then we've definitely not missed anything there, because we're back here. And then we'll take the high road. I'll take the high road, and you take the low road, and I'll get there before ye. So we'll just take this road again, because as I say, the unfortunate inevitability, a bit like I said last week, once you've checked the path in a loop, once you've checked one path, you then want to go back on yourself to check the second path. But that invariably means you've ended up checking... you end up having to go round the path again because you're back at the beginning. So one of those paths is a complete waste of time, but never mind. Never mind. Oh, there's a fancy bike. He's waiting for me. Oh, okay, we came at each other. And he came at me. Oh, yes. Let's go watch drone first, because I think it might be slightly weaker. And I'm hoping we can trash it relatively quickly. I say relatively. Relatively quickly compared to the big bike thing. Let's get some diversity going on. Get some medicine in my veins. Okay, let's use Libra to get all of its weaknesses sorted out. Oh, I see. Well, at least fire is normal, but magic and attack is both... We are both screwed on that front, but clearly, even though it's halved, the auto battle thinks attack is stronger than ruin, which it probably is in fairness, because lightning is all about the attacking and not so much about the magic. So if it, you know, if both attack and magic are halved, it will just default to attack for lightning. Not always the same, because because you are mostly a Ravager with Snow towards the beginning, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. You can change that up a bit. But because he's mostly a Ravager, you end up biasing magic a little bit more. And therefore, as a commando, he tends to bias towards magic a little bit more. As I say, you don't end up having to do that sort of system. But, oh, I should probably change back to Relentless Assault. That's just sort of idling in... I mean, having a medic permanently on hand is not terrible. It just slows you down a bit, which means you don't get as high a score, but nonetheless, it's not, you know, not the world's most offensive decision to always have someone available to heal you at any given moment. Especially this game, as we've seen, this game's penchant for just immediately going, and fuck you, game over. Which it does do. It does do a lot of it. An alarming amount of it. Oh, we've got a lot of CP to spend. So let's get in there. Focus on commando, I think. Power chain. What does that do? Bolster attack or ruin at head of attack queue when target's chain gauge is empty. Interesting. I mean, basically, I think it ups the power of attack or ruin at points in time that you don't really have to care about because it will do it automatically. There's a lot of abilities in this game which are, it'll do it for you, so you don't have to care. So we've completed the commandos, and now we just want to pop to Ravager and finish off our stats. Now here, focus on medic. Yeah, she's got a couple more stats in medic to deal with. Superb. So medic completed. This time we'll focus on Ravager. The Maja and the Ravager. Sometimes even I think I'm a fucking idiot. In fairness, that's most of the occasions, but that's not the point right now. Oh, so close to getting Aero. What a shame. What a shame. And now finally, did we finish Synergist? No, he's got at least one more. I think literally only had one more. 2-2, 3-3, 2-2. The little boy's where we get 2-2. I bet he is. Quite glad I got some extra magic out of that. It's quite useful. And now finally, let's save it up. Whoops, not the new one, please. I do prefer it. I prefer it slightly when a game will automatically go to the save file you've been using, rather than automatically trying to create a new one every pissing time. It's like, for fuck's sake. If I made a new save file every time I saved the game, I would be swamped in save files. Complete, like, fuck yeah, it's too many save files. Whoa.
I wonder what it'd be like to become a crystal, I mean.
You gonna complete your focus?
Maybe. If I knew what it was. Yeah, I probably don't want to know.
Hey, Lightning, did Sarah say anything to you about her focus?
Nothing.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Oh.
Any treasure chests around? Is that your response after an emotional outburst like that? Yes, any treasure chests. It's going to be my response after almost every single cutscene. Have they put me in front of a rounder treasure chest? I'm curious. Oh, I might have caught them. Caught them by the surprise. Caught them with their trousers down. Not that they're wearing trousers, but they have got little pointy things, so... It's almost a shame. I should have maybe considered utilising Blitz. I might have gotten lucky and gotten away with utilising sort of... If I blitzed, I might have swept around all of them, catching the old chain meter for all of them. Electro kit is probably a bad news there. No, we're alright. I think I killed it before it managed it. Let's try blocking that. No, there's no blocking that. Vanille, get some health there. Well, having said that, probably could kill it before I needed to care, but still. She might as well cure my wounds, please. Cure them real good. Stitch my scars together. 5-star ranking. And some paraffin oil. A very sort of down to earth. You fight this crazy beastie, and then you just get straight up paraffin oil for our everyday lanterns. I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look in my inventory. I'll have a look in here. Here we go. Paraffin oil. A flammable. Are you flammable? Yes. A flammable lubricant formed of a mixture of healthy alkanes. Yes, I'm fairly certain that is just straight up. You go from having a Seath tier, strange fluid, to just straight up paraffin oil. Just normal paraffin oil that you'd find in like your hardware store. If you necessarily get in a hardware store. Although, yeah, it feels like you'd probably get it from a hardware store or some kind. It's not uncommon. Let's put it that way. Paraffin oil. It is what you stick in lamps. Ooh, beginner claw. Sorry, was that genuine called beginner claws, or did I misread that? Begrimed. A claw caked with dirt and grease. That makes a lot more sense that it's a begrimed claw, as opposed to what I immediately read it as beginner claw. I suppose beginner claw would have made sense if that was a weapon, but in terms of just a random item you pick up, beginner claw is absolutely nonsensical. Access. Save again. Like we did last summer. I've got a feeling, all said and told, there are 13 chapters in this game. I think I mentioned that last week, but the number 13 pervades this game quite admirably. I really quite like that fact. I quite enjoyed the nature of the sort of, this is 30, it's 13 days, over 13 chapters. The only thing they didn't do, 13 characters would have been quite interesting, I suppose. Oh, fuck, get it, love. That's it, shove your face right in its taint. That is exactly what we need you to do. Stick your face in its taint, oh yes. Come on, guys, there we go. We staggered it real good. We've already scanned the behemoth, didn't we? Yes, we did. Come on, let's really fuck it up. We got a hefty advantage, so let's fucking shove our swords in it. I say our swords, technically, we all have. It's quite nice, we all have very unique weapons. You know, granted, she pretty much just wields a sword most of the time, but it is, strictly speaking, a gun sword, which makes it a little bit more unique. Zaz, I mean, I suppose arguably Zaz is just, he uses gun. His solution to the problem is gun. But, you know, it's very different. I suppose they don't necessarily have to be unique weapons, just they are unique between each other. You know, you don't have two people wielding a sword. You have Lightning wielding a sword, Snow with his fists, Hope with his boomerang. They're all unique weapons between each member of the party, so that's quite nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Just making a bit of a fucking hodgepodge of shite of saying it. Okay, so the benefit of going up the hill is... Oh, okay, no, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, fine. I'm fairly confident eventually the benefit of going up that hill around the side is... Bollocks! The benefit of going up the hill at the side is you get some bollocks. No, that's not strictly speaking what it was supposed to be. Watch drone, yes. Watch drones, please. Yes, there we go. Abilities, blitz, attack, and the watch drone again. Bam, bam. Let's get some healing up in this place. But again, this is where, to a certain extent, as much as I do rely on the auto battle because it is quite good, if you note, you can. I didn't do it well there at all. I didn't do it well at all in the slightest bit there. But oh fuck! Okay, just a series of electro kicks and we got fucked up. Tasty bullshit. Oh god damn you, fucking game! God damn you. Not entirely sure. Okay, so we're back here. So with a bit of luck, maybe I'll be able to approach that battle a little bit better this time. Come on. Let's try the sneaky path. What we need is that watch drone to fuck off. There we go. It has now fucked off. Good! I think we managed to sneaky. There we go. So what's quite lucky is you don't lose too much when it comes to loss. It's just annoying. But anyway, what I was going to discuss moments before my death, another one, you know, by no means is this an easy game, but I really am making it seem far harder than it is. I don't know precisely why, but I do seem to be making an absolute arse of it. But anyway, what I was going to say is, if with the blitz, if you manually do your blitz, it's sometimes worthwhile if you can hold off and then go, oh, they're all together, blitz quickly. What happens is, of course, you blitz them while they're together and not blitz a single target while it's wandered off by itself. And I tried to do that in that previous battle, but unfortunately it didn't make much difference. I still lost. Still lost fucking hardcore there. But yeah, I think, again, I don't remember getting quite so pounded the first time I played, or the second time I played this game was the first time I completed it completely. I know, make it a bit more convoluted, why don't you, as sentences go? You know, I will. Yes, what was the point you were trying to make? I don't know anymore. I don't know. Have a think. Just relax. Have a think. I don't remember it being this hard work. I remember it being quite difficult in the late game, but I don't remember this early stages being quite troublesome. But never mind. Never mind. Oh, there's a giant horse-looking thing there. I don't think we necessarily want to tackle a giant horse-looking thing head-on. I must admit, looking at this, my best bet feels a little bit... My best bet feels like I'm going to just walk on the spot. Am I fully unstuck there? No, I'm not. It's just, I don't think the corner... I don't think the corner of the place you're running is actually the corner you've got. I don't know which one's going to be... You know, I think it is going to be easier to sneak up on the Horseman. Let's try and sneak up on the Horseman. Horseman of the Apocalypse. I mean, I've kind of gone ahead and sort of committed to that now, so whether it turns out to be easier or not, it's definitely what's happening. There we go. Engage, Horseman! Engage the Horseman. Yes, that's right. Oh, I was going to say, I thought there was two guards, but... Blitz, Icon Ranger, yes, get them. Oh, get some diversity up in this place. Because this is where my reluctance for items can be a little bit troublesome, this game. Because, of course, sometimes your medic is unable... Oh, I'm assuming, yeah, halved is physical damage, that's why she's biased to ruin now. But, yeah, sometimes your medic isn't quite quick enough. But then again, if your medic's not quick enough, I find rarely am I quick enough to get an item off. But sometimes you have to sort of preemptively go, fuck potion! I'm going to utilise my fuck potion. Really? And where did you get this fuck potion? From a voodoo priestess. She said any who drank the potion would fuck me. Ferroelectric film. Lovely. Is there anything secret in the corner? Always check your corners. Nooks and crannies. That's where they like to hide things. Nooks and crannies. Always check in them. Begrimed claws once again. If there's a nook or a cranny, they're gonna hide an item. So, off the initial thing, it doesn't look like it matters which way round I go here, but again, Mr. Horseman. Yo, bye. Oh, Mr. Horseman is quite quick, but I am slightly quicker. Goodbye, Mr. Horseman. I don't really want to face Mr. Horseman straight up, so I am trying to get the back attack on this one. One of the only occasions where I will probably try and get the back attack. Okay, Mr. Horseman seems to have gone wrong and is humping a pillar. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Mr. Horseman humping a pillar. It gives me the advantage. And I'll take whatever advantage I can get, even if that advantage is in fact Mr. Horseman humping a pillar. I feel like... Okay, I feel like we need some health. That's definitely a feeling I'm getting. Let's try and blitz the Psychom Ranger. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, no, Psychom Ranger, please. I want to take down the Psychom Ranger. Because they're relatively easy to kill, but, you know, painful bastards to be just in the background going, oh, I'm going to little nicker for your health, little nicker your health. It all adds up, so it's well worth trying to just take them down quickly. Whenever you can get the numbers advantage, I think numbers tends to be the be-all and end-all. Can we just get... Thank you, finally. Jesus. As I say, it's unfortunate those guns are quite effective, because they are horrendous to look at. I think they're... I don't remember... I don't know if it is them or not. You don't get... If memory serves, you don't get a huge array of weaponry in this. They're fairly sort of... It's fairly kind of based on... You either have... You know, this one biases magic, not so much attack. This one biases attack, not so much magic. This one's completely balanced, perfectly. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. It's basically that sort of principle, I think. If memory serves, it may not, and there may be slightly more than... okay, oh, I see, she is just sort of... I wonder, can we just shift the perspective on that? No, because the moment I shifted the perspective to make it look like Vanille had her head up of Zaz's arse, Vanille went, no, I'm not allowing that, I'm standing up. How dare you try and play silly buggers with me? I don't like you anymore. Even happy-go-lucky Vanille does not want her head to appear as though it has been shoved off of Zaz's arse, which is my first instinct when I spotted them in the distance there. I know, it's terrible. Well, I say that. My first instinct was to try and make it look like Vanille was blowing Zaz, but, you know, I very swiftly realised that Zaz was facing the wrong way for that. But nonetheless, it was my first instinct. Can I make it look cunningly like Vanille was blowing him? But nah, that was not on the cards, I'm afraid. Especially when Vanille went, no, none of your pissing around is on the cards. I refuse to allow any levels of you mucking about. Oh, through where, dear? You're looking at the wrong direction, I think you'll find. Silly Billy. Silly little Billy. Silly Billy. Oh no, we can get through there. Oh, okay, interesting. I'll tell you what's going to be quite beneficial. If we enter through there, I think... Unless I've just literally finished the area, which I don't think I have. I think what we can do is we pop through here, and then because I'm not going to miss out on the Christogen points, what we'll do... Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why we don't do that. Because there's precious CP on offer. And therefore, we're going to just try and get the drop on these dogs. Which is going to be surprisingly... Okay, no, we're not getting the drop on the dogs. I really thought this idea would have worked. It didn't. I shouldn't be surprised, but there you go. I am. In fairness, I'm not that surprised it didn't work. Plus, the dogs are pretty easy. Well, technically, I suppose, being called Pantherons, they are technically cats, not dogs, but... Because Panther's a cat rather than a dog, and if they're based on panthers, which you would assume they are, considering they're called Pantherons, you've got to assume... Plus, you never know if there's going to be... There might be an item down here. I might be proven wrong, there won't be an item, and I'll be terribly disappointed, tragically so. But, I know for a fact there's some basically free CP lurking here. We can just... I mean, it would be nice to get the surprise attack, but there is an item at the back there as well, so... I'm going to be proven correct that the, you know, the better thing to do was invariably to go round and do all of the things. The biggest problem with this many enemies, of course, is they can just... I don't know precisely how they calculate who they're going to attack, when they're going to attack. But there is the issue with this game where sometimes, if they, like we saw in that sort of unexpected loss just moments ago, if they attack the same character at the same time, that's kind of almost just you have gotten unlucky. That's unlucky for you. And if that, especially if that character is the lead character, of course, Which I will say, you can have other leads other than Lightning eventually. At the moment, it's pretty much just Lightning, 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 but eventually you do get to play as the other characters, if you so choose. I mean, if you want to, you can stick to being Lightning. But the crucial detail is... I don't know what the crucial detail is now, I can't remember what I was saying. Every now and again, it will just go, and fuck you. And it's like, there's nothing you can do. Because they will just surprise you. And it's like, oh, I see. Here we go. Oh, okay, no, fine. I was moments away from completing the sentence. Here we go. We can surprise these guys. And they just decided, nah, fuck it. I'm turning around. I refuse to be surprised by your shit. Your bullshit is no longer surprising for us. Do I push this or do I start healing? I think we can push this because there's only one left. Oh, fuck. No, now there's only one left. Guy survived with the tiniest slither of health I've never seen because I didn't see a health bar. It was literally all in the black there, and yet somehow still standing. The douchebag. Now, the benefit with this loop is, of course, it's a very tiny shortcut we can take to cut back to where we need to be. Oh, big chunky boy. But how dare you, big chunky boy, turn around? How dare you? Literally, we're not supposed to do that. Utter arsehole. Right, let's take down the Rangers. They're going to be the most important target again. With a big fella, you want to take down the little ones so that they're not being a pain in the arse, and then you can just carry on popping into the big fella. That's it, get going. I suppose, yeah, I need to Libra him ideally. As I've mentioned in the past, I think it eventually works out the best things. Oh, halved again. Okay, that's inconvenient. A lot of bigger enemies have that halved on both magic and attack. It's because they've focused everything on this, on the whole chain stagger meter. So you really do have to get that meter up. You have to beat it into the stagger. Because otherwise you don't stand much of a chance. And that is in... Oh! Vanille did learn some water there. Which... Oh no, that doesn't make a difference there. It's good to know that she's got water spells in her somewhere. She's got water in her as well. She does. That's more for behemoths, wasn't it? Behemoths were weak to water and fire. But that's going to be quite convenient if we face off against any more behemoths, of course, because that means Vanille and Zaz are going to be really laying in with the appropriate element, which is what you want. That's why you Libra, and that's why you learn more spells, I suppose. That's the crucial details. Oh, I thought I had it there. I was just, I'm not surprised on this occasion that I didn't have it, but it was very much a sort of like, oh, I'm going to actually surprise them. I never really tried. That was the key thing. That's why it doesn't bother me that I didn't surprise them. It only really bothers me if I actually try to get the effect. Whenever you try and get something to do it the way you want it to do it, it's annoying when it decides, no, I'm not going to do that, mate. I'm not going to follow your attempts at success. All right, we've got some more crystal points, so let's go to the Crystarium. You had completed your commando, so you are on to the Ravage. Now let's get some lovely stuff. Because it's interesting, if you do note, even in her Ravager form, she does still bias strength orbs because she is biased towards being a physical attacker, which is why eventually. Now, granted, I don't think she's got any of them here. So we've got Thunder Leap, yeah. So at the moment she's only got the spells, but eventually you do unlock elemental physical attacks for the Ravagers, and she biases those as something drastic as well. Right, Medic, she completed, so on to her Ravager core. And you'll note here, oh actually, no, fair enough. No, she's got quite a lot of strength as well. But I suppose she's sort of in the middle. She doesn't necessarily favour magic too much more. Whereas Zaz, I'm fairly confident he is biasing magical orbs over strength orbs. Especially considering he's in his... I suppose I might as well do the boys as well. Especially since he's only got Ravager. Synergist we dealt with. Medic was what we were focusing on. medic, in fact, we've dealt with. So Ravager it is. There we go, marvellous. Right, that dealt with that situation. Now we can save her up again. Save her up again. Save, 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 save whenever you can. And now we enter the shortcut again. So was it really worthwhile going round that entire circle? Yes. Is my final thought on the matter. Yes, it was. Because crystal points are a requirement for the winnings. Right, so I believe we can certainly go this way. Yeah, I think technically, again, what you're doing here is you are, strictly speaking... Oh no, there is a fight up here, but it's a much easier fight, I suppose. Fight in a treasure chest. Oh! That is astonishing that I got the back attack on that one. Absolutely amazing. Because I was not expecting that. They were both completely... I mean, in fairness, one of them was literally looking at me. And maybe he was hoping... Maybe he was hoping if I don't make a fuss, they'll just go past me and not kill... Oh, fuck. No, they're killing me. They're killing me after all. Bugger. I hope they'd just pass on by and leave me alone. Ferroelectric film again. I believe that allows you to build and upgrade your weapons. That's where, as I say, I don't think there's a huge volume of weapons. Oh, shit, okay. Well, okay, dropping on them, apparently not a good plan. But, I mean, hopefully we can win the battle. Ranger, let's target the Ranger first, as I am fairly confident a few attacks is more than enough to take down a Ranger. And now let's focus on the trackers. Let's try and get some healing. We desperately need healing. The biggest unfortunate thing with the paradigm system, I suppose, is because you're when you're shifting paradigm, it does that sort of fancy little, this sort of whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. What you are actually doing is losing precious chain gauge, which is where you have to sort of really limit. You want to limit your sort of usage of it, ideally. Is there a... No, there's not. Okay. I wondered if there was an elemental weakness. I should really... difficult sometimes. I assume you can hear my brain. And it turns out you can't. Which is probably for the best, really, truth be told. But yeah, sometimes I don't finish the sentence, because I just assume you know what I mean, but it's very difficult to assume to actually know what I mean. At the best of times, let alone when I don't finish the sentences. Oh, charging the mana drive! Well, I don't plan on letting you do that. Oh, I'm already in Relentless Assault, that's marvellous. Because I think Stagger might have stopped the mana drive, whatever that was. I don't want to know what the mana drive was. I think the mana drive, in fairness, is that system Lightning was using at the beginning of the game, where she was doing the old snap of the fingers and launching around in sort of magnets and stuff and weird lightning effect. Which is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, that's a bit on the nose again, isn't it? Her name's Lightning, and lo and behold, she uses a lightning effect for a clicker, and then lo and behold, again, miracle of miracle coincidences, what does she end up with? Lightning magic. It is quite an uncanny coincidence, isn't it? Because especially since it's clearly not actually her real name, from what they're suggesting. I hadn't recalled that little tidbit of information. It's clearly a nickname she's chosen, but nonetheless, it's still sort of like, wow. What are the odds that a woman nicknamed Lightning gets lightning powers when she's a l'Cie? I suppose there's an argument that says maybe deep down, perhaps that's how the l'Cie powers do manifest. They track your deepest core and try to reflect that. I don't think they ever specify that. That's entirely me making shit up. But you know, sometimes you have to do the game developer's job for them, and you have to make up the shit to yourself. Da da. I'll do a little bit more at least. We've got what I believe is going to be another boss. It is looking suspiciously boss-esque. It's a large domain just after a cutscene, which of course screams boss battle. I've got a feeling it might be a giant fuck-off tank. Possibly a giant fuck-off tank that flies. Stop laughing, Vanille. It's not funny. She just makes noise.
Stay close.
So annoying. Well, don't want to look around. Stay close to the party, otherwise you're going to get yourself in trouble. In fact, you've literally just got yourself in trouble. Whoa! Okay, it's not a tank. Can confirm, not a tank. But it is a giant sort of dragon-y thing. Oh, that's the giant flying creature we follow in the sort of intro cutscene. Where they're sort of flying, or at least a variation of it. Oh, okay, let's get some diversity up in this place. Let us do that. Let's also Libra, so that we know roughly what we're expecting to try and beat it with. Okay, so attacks. It's immune to Earth. Well, that's not actually that surprising, in fairness, is it? Really, it's a flying creature. They are oft immune to Earth. Its weakness is Aero, so I must admit, I really should. Yeah, well, no, because that'd be triple Ravager, wouldn't it? Because the others can't do it. But it would have been quite useful had I, if I'd put Lightning as a Ravager at some point. I must admit, this is not going to prove as difficult as I gave it credit for, I don't think, because I'm already about halfway through its health bar. And now it's staggered, it's going to be even easier. So, yeah. There you go. It was big, intimidating, and threatening, but... Oh, it's got an arse mouth.
It's charging up.
Yeah, I mean...
What are you talking about? Charges for what?
Nobody knows. We need a sentinel.
Last moments.
Oh, what a line. Okay, so it might be double phasing this boss, is that right? Now it's revealed its arse mouth. Now it's revealed its arse mouth. Okay, now it's revealed its arse mouth. It is resistant to both physical and melee, physical and magic, but it is still weak to aero. So I don't think it was resistant to anything previously. Oh, I suppose barrier might have done it. Yeah, barrier might actually have changed that. So this is going to be a little bit more troublesome, I think. Ow! Don't you lightning me! I am the only one who can command the forces of lightning. Apparently that's not proving true, or at least not as true as I wanted it to be. I think this is one of those ones where I'm going to have to rely heavily on the stagger meter because I'm doing bugger all damage at the moment. So we're just going to have to keep tapping it with our magics. Come on, Vanille, you really don't feel like you're doing much there. Oh, there you go. Aero. Oh, no, Aero. I think they're both using Aero, but we really... Oh! Did I just lose? Did I just lose? No. Okay, cure. Thank fuck for that. Genuinely thought I'd just lost there, and that would have been quite annoying. Because he just decimated Lightning's health bar. And, oh, god damn it. God damn it. And it's almost why I found it wasn't too bad, because obviously I like being snow, because I like snow. It wasn't too bad, but it is very dangerous to be the Sentinel. Because, of course, the Sentinel's job is to provoke all of the enemies and take all of the attacks. And if you misjudge how you do that, you obviously die. And if you are the Sentinel, death is game over. And so it's like, oh dear. Ooh, here we go! We've beaten a big boss, and we've got Up in Arms, which I'm fairly certain is a shop. A silver bangle, I think, is an upgrade to an iron bangle. And we have the Synergist roll for Saz, and the Saboteur roll for Vanille. And Saboteur is quite useful. Basically, Synergist is buffs for the party. Saboteur is debuffs for the enemies. And put them together, and what have you got? A hell of a team. Where you are buffing and debuffing all at once, and it is quite good. I think we're about to go to our next location, because we've got a ship.
This'll make things easier.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't get your hopes up.
No, you should probably get Hope up, but he's bent over. Because his name's Hope. And no, I'm not gonna let up on that shit joke. There's a creepy bird following us. Genuinely don't remember that creepy bird. So it does make me slightly curious as to precisely what the creepy bird's business is. But we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Oh, back to snow, back to snow, back to cerebrality. He's still going. I mean, just think, he's been doing that all the while we've been wandering, I think. Oh shit, is that now? Ooh. Ooh, it might... Oh, I'm not convinced it's yet. Fairly certain lightning's the first one to do what I'm thinking we're maybe doing. I might be wrong. Maybe he does do it first.
You gonna lend me a hand or what?
No, I think they want to kill you, Snow. I realise you're a bit thick, but... Ooh. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the fancy bubble grenades for landing.
Cleanup. Let me help.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, actually, it really didn't. They decided to chicken out there because that's got a spike on the end of that. They could have really gone straight in and impaled a load of dudes, which would have been much more fun. But they sort of chickened out and went, "Nah, we'll just have it knock them down." Oh, here we go. We're fighting by myself, and I'm not sure this is a good thing because I don't really have much in the way of doings to be able to do things here. Okay, let's use a potion because I got a feeling we might be overwhelmed, and deliberately so. But you can never guarantee that with these games. You can never 100%. Oh dear! 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 Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Melons! Oh no! Melons! I'll tell you what I could probably get away with slightly, although. Okay, this is slightly obnoxious. They're doing slightly more damage than I can potion, or they're not quite matching the potion, but they are doing just enough to make the potions a little less than useful. Could really do with high potions being a thing at the moment, but they've not been introduced quite yet. There we go. I get the impression I think I'm actually supposed to win this fight. Oh, I think he's lowered my strength. Although I can't see a marker suggesting it, but he did do sap, and I don't seem to be doing as much. I wasn't entirely sure what sap was, but there we go. There's just more dudes. There's constantly more dudes. Oh shit! Is it really? Fuck me! If you're not actually directly watching, but you are here, this might be a good one. Might be a good one to watch because I genuinely didn't think this was up this early. I thought we had to wait a bit, and I didn't think Snow was the first one, but he is. Here we go. Da 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 da. He's summoned the glorious Shiva sisters, and they do something cool. It was mentioned last week that all of the summons are Transformers. I don't know if we get to see it yet or not, but oh, hello! That's a recognisable pair of legs. Also, man in blue. I don't know who he is. I can't remember his name. He's not a playable character, so I'm indifferent. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, shit, you have to fight them first. Eidolon battle. Tutorial. Twat them before they twat you, I think, but there you go. Oh no, attacking alone will not overcome them, fair enough. This tutorial explains how to fight mighty beings known as Eidolons. Defeat them in combat and their powers will be yours to command, but be warned, attacking alone will not overcome them. View the tutorial. At the start of a battle against an Eidolon, a time limit is imposed on you via a doom counter. As you demonstrate your power to the Eidolon, its gestalt gauge will slowly fill. Attack the Eidolon until this gauge is full and then press X to claim victory. Attacks are not the only way to charge the gauge. Using the Libra technique may provide you with hints as to which additional abilities can be used. Defensive roles are effective against the Shiva sisters. Okay, well, first things first, we will Libra them. Because, fuck it, I want to see it up close and personal. Let's get into Sentinel, and then auto cover, provoke them. And now, Steel Guard. Steel Guard. I will Steel Guard you. And I will Steel Guard again. Ha! Activate Steel Guard at the last possible moment, because then you can act. It's slightly more effective, is what I'm saying. Oh, there we go, marvellous. But I must admit, it's not doing as much as I would like it to do. So I do wonder if maybe attacking is kind of useful as well. Let's try to bam, bam, bam. No, okay, that's really not. Slightly concerning that this is not doing what I want it to do. Sentinel really is one of those ones where you could do with doing all of these things yourself, because I suppose it said about it would give me a clue. It's not giving me a clue. Yeah, it's really not giving me much of a clue. Let's try Ravaging, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to struggle here, because I've only got 1,000 seconds left, and this meter doesn't seem to be going up as fast as I would like it to be going up. No, it definitely seems to be Sentinel. So provoke it again. I don't know if provoke is slightly better at it. God, it's really not going up high, is it? I am slightly concerned. I am slightly concerned. Provoke and Steel Guard. I think it's already provoked, so I don't actually need to provoke it much anymore, but still. Come on, please. I am going to provoke it, though, because it's an active ability. It might be doing something. No, it's not. Come on, Gestalt Meter, please. Please don't fuck this up for me. Steel Guard, come on. Come on. I know you're ATB charging. I don't know what ATB charging is, but come on. Oh, there must be something more I need to do, but I don't know what it is. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, you're ATB charging again. Okay, maybe in the ATB charge I should be attacking, which is a problem, because... Oh, no, okay, I need to get back to... come on, Gestalt Gauge, please. Yes! Yes! It was filled enough. There we go, marvellous. God, that was close. But here we go. Round and round and round they spin. They lock together, and the fun begins. Yes, the Shiva sisters are in fact a fucking awesome motorbike. Yeah. God, that was closer than I would have liked it to have been, but fine. I'm, Shiva Idolith. Snow gained an ATB gauge segment. Yes, he's unleashed his maximum powers. Unfortunately, he's also slightly tired because, maximum powers is quite a lot.
I hand it to you for taking him down, but don't gloat just yet. Might come a time you wish you'd let him end it and made things easy.
More of you, huh?
Easily see. Take him.
Back off.
You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
It's a shame that necklace was quite so twitchy there.
Bring her this way! Careful now! Come on!
Sarah! Sarah!
Shut it!
Stand down.
You too.
you helping them?
If I were you, I'd worry about myself.
Oh, back to Lightning and the group in their flying machines. He seems slightly sort of like not too sure of how to do it, seeing as he is classified as a pilot. Now, I grant you, there are different types of flying machine, I suppose, but oh, okay, he's also dodging bullets, but prior to that, he didn't seem too sure about flying that thing.
Did we get him?
We got one of them. They're still behind us.
Stop that! Hey, I said stop! You wanna die? How are you gonna lose them? You got me, kid.
He knows a few tricks. He's going to this laser to the left.
No, thank you. They're still on us?
I mean, they do. Square Enix do know how to make a fucking cracking good cutscene, don't they?
We're taking hits.
Taking hits, giving no shits.
Come on, give me a break. Hang on. For the love of all that's good. Huh?
Next, an update on the status of the purge.
It all went tits
Just
up. That's the
moments ago,
update.
The Sanctum announced the successful conclusion
Oh,
of the purge,
did they
along
now?
with the safe arrival of the
Successful.
cocoon migrants to their
Definitely
new
wasn't
homes on
successful,
Horseman.
was it, guys?
Yes, that is correct. There's no denying the enormity of the strain the Purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Daisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the Fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the War of Transgression, Cocoon has been spared pulse aggression and prospered for it. It is essential that we maintain this peace. That is the Sanctum's focus. We will continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-Chief.
I don't think that's an
According to
official
our
title.
incident,
Just another
nearly
tool
90%
of
of
the
Cocoon
Fal'Cie.
citizens agree with the Sanctum's handling of the purge. 70% of respondents said they would also support additional purges were the need to arise.
Yeah, no, 70% just assume they don't end up on the wrong side of it. Oh, here we go again.
Points for perseverance.
A Sanctum Fal'Cie up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
Fal'Cie.
There's more of them!
Save, yes please. We'll get to a sort of non sort of in the middle of cutscene save, and we will put it away. The Vile Peaks. Cocoon Deadlands.
Hey.
Are we going into combat lightning only? It does look like it. That's slightly concerning. I suppose in fairness we did just do snow only, so...
Hey! Wake up! You gotta wake up!
No, you don't have to.
Look!
Lightning's probably fine in fairness.
Hey, slow down.
Oh good, I do get allies. I'm not suggesting the allies aren't useful and helpful, I'm just saying lightning could probably do it by itself. If need be. Oh, nice. One single stab to its back and boom! Disappeared. 5-star rating. Always appreciate seeing it. It's always... I think I remember being slightly sort of like... a little bit in the middle of whether I liked or disliked the ranking system in this, because a lot of the time it made no sense, because sometimes it feels like you've done exactly what you need to do really well and it goes 4 stars. And it's like, fuck off. You definitely earned 5 stars there, you son of a bitch.
They're tracking us.
But there's a sense of jubilation when you do get a 5-star. But there's also that sense of despair when it's like, oh, I didn't get any stars. Oh, I'm worthless to this game. So, yeah, it's swings and roundabouts with the old,
I think
the whole sort of ranking system.
I'd stick with her if I were you.
later then.
Oh, we are splitting up. I do believe, yeah, this is going to be Lightning and Hope alone, potentially.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us.
We finally get to see Hope be a little bit more than just a whiny little shit.
That Seath clock, it's still a ticking.
There's still time. You give up too easy, old man.
I'm not giving up. There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can be fugitives together. Oh. You ready?
Ready!
Hey.
Instrument of Flight. Ooh, delightful. That's an achievement, by the way. Just to make sure you understand, whenever I shout something that sounds oddly random, it's probably normal for starters. I was also wrong. We are Zaz and Vanille first. But yeah, it's probably an achievement if it sounds completely random. As I say, I do appreciate that most of the things I say are entirely random. Right, let's check in on our paradigms. Yes, here we have the slight problem of having 2 Ravagers, which is unfortunate to say the least. Tell you what, we'll also pop in here. I don't necessarily know I'm going to use it, but we will have a Synergist and a Medic available to me. I think what we'll also do is maybe have Synergist and Ravager there, and then Ravager and Saboteur, please. That's it. So we've now got available to us. I mean, I can't deny I potentially mostly see. What I think I will do is I'll stick that in the second slot. Yeah. I mostly see it being dual casting and yin and yang and tide turner being used, but it's nice to know that I have access to Symbiosis, Archmage and Undermine. because you never know when they will be useful. Anyway, let's find ourselves, hopefully, in the not too distant future. Hopefully we won't get stuck on any enemy encounters again. But what we want to try and do, ideally, okay. Now that is interesting. Oh, I suppose, yeah, that's the way. Oh, hello. Oh, interesting. I mean, I would never have remembered a detail quite that fine. But yeah, that's where Hope and Lightning wandered off to. We're now stuck going another way, no matter whether we wanted to or not. So, unless we're not immediately just... Oh, this is... Oh, shit. Okay, I was not expecting to head back into flashback territory. Oh, well, I suppose we can enjoy a flashback. I don't mind. I wonder if this is... I suppose with the lightning, with the fireworks, this will be day 11 again, I believe. Oh, there you go, they are confirming it's day 11 once again. But this time from the perspective of Vanille, it would seem. Well, that might be Zaz and Vanille in slightly different areas. Oh no, Lightning again. Okay, fair enough. Every time I theorise something, the game turns around and goes, no, you're wrong. Oh, hello. He looks like he's slightly specific. Yes, he is a character at least. He thinks he's a character with that moustache.
And you call yourself a soldier. Ah.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir...
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Unedited Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
Yeah. More incident than accident. Something pulse-related.
You're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant.
You're past due for a promotion, Farron. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
The rest of you can get into trouble, but as long as you leave your nose out of it, you're fine.
Yeah.
Helps you breathe. If you're swamped in trouble, keep your nose out, you'll be able to... That's it.
How right you were, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I stuck my nose into the trouble, and now I'm at the sea.
Should we wait?
They'll catch up, eventually.
Emphasis on the eventually, because they can't. Hope has access to the Synergist role. Synergists play a supporting role in combat. I've basically told you that, essentially. Using their abilities to enhance and strengthen themselves and their allies. As a Synergist, Hope can learn abilities to improve the party's defensive capabilities. Currently, Hope can use the Protect spell, which raises the target's resistance to physical damage. As he develops in the role of Synergist, Hope will also be able to learn Shell, which boosts magic resistance. With both of these spells at his disposal, Hope will be able to help the party endure a wide variety of attacks. When he has gained adequate CP, open the menu with Y, select Crystarium to teach him Shell via Cristagenesis. I can't deny, unless I literally didn't have access to Shell previously.
What now?
What now? Do you not see the fact that
All the junk around here came
I was
from
going to say, they literally can't catch up now. You do realise that, don't you? But they're not fast. Anyway, let's pop into the Crystarium. Do you have... Oh, we can just develop further, but no, you don't have a new one. So yes, what we want to do is pop to here, and we have a new little gubbins, which we can explore. And then here, again, we want to focus on, unless... Yes, he has got some more in Synergist, but now he's going to be our primary medic. I think we'll swap over to focusing on his medic role, as you never know. But yeah, I think... I know I haven't got any CP, I just want to look what it is. There you go, so no, I haven't got Shell at the moment, so maybe you should have done that. Oh well, next time. Next time I will hopefully remember to do that. Anyway, let's customise some of these. So, let's have a look. Slash and Burn, Commander and Ravager probably going to be the most useful available to me. Commando and Synergist, yes, but I think War and Peace will have slightly higher. Super Soldier, so yes, you can only do Commander and Ravager, can't you? So yeah, I think they've basically given me all the options, haven't they, really? Medic, Synergist, yeah. So technically I could put forth Ravager and Medic, but I think really Commando and Medic will suffice. Yeah, I think the paradigms they've given me, sometimes it's worth building your own. Most of the time, to be perfectly honest, it is not particularly. I'll tell you what, I do want to get that treasure chest before I go to the save point, I think. So as much as there is an enemy around the corner, we will deal with that enemy now, methinks. But whoops. I keep thinking Techniques is on Libra, Technique is on L1 for some reason. I don't know precisely why. It's a very strange little addition to my brain there that can't really explain. Weakness to Blizzard, well that's handy. I suppose that's where maybe double Ravager. But I must admit, double Ravager is rarely... I suppose 2 Ravagers and a Commando, very good, but all Ravagers tends to not necessarily be great. I suppose, do you know what, fuck it, we'll have it as an option. You never know, I might want to... Oh, dual card, I already have it as an option, well fuck that then. We already have it, so I don't have to worry. Libroscope again, okay, that's going to be quite handy if I can try and... I'll try and remember to use more Libroscopes than Libras, and if ever I get in a situation, a predicament, as one would call it. Right, number 1 save there, please, and then we want to do a cheeky little number 2 save in the... Yeah, we'll do it in the 2 slot. That's it. And now one final saveroo. No, not there. There, in the primary slot. That's the one. There we go. Superb. Well, that is your SaturJay RPG. So we will pop on out of the Final Fantasy. The fantasy of the finale. And we will get geared up to say cheerio. Let's see what is available. Okay, there's something. Is it worthwhile? I don't know. Oh, I don't know how many of those are real people. Hello, people. Hello, viewers. Welcome. Well, I say welcome. We're leaving now, so it's not hugely welcome, but still. Nonetheless, what we will do is have a butcher's here, and we might go on a little raidy raids. Raidy raid, raid, raidy raid, raid, raidy raid, raid. Can we mute that? Can we mute that? I don't know whether you're muting or not now. Interesting. There we go. Now you're muting. Now you're thinking with mutes. Marvellous. Right. There we go. What we'll do is we will do a little raidy raid. There's no end phase, so it's literally just me saying cheerio and then it going into the raid. So we'll pop into Mr. Robotron, see if you enjoy that. It's quite entertaining, the whole you know, escape the dark room. Can you escape the dark room? Nobody knows, can you? I hope so. Anyway, that's it for today. I suppose if you're unaware... Oh, apparently I can't chat anymore. Okay, I'm going to have to cancel that for now. Cancel. Okay, none of the buttons are working. Oh, there we go. Right. There we go. Okay, so if you wanted to continue your evening's entertainment at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, you will have Mr. Malacalibur tonight doing Dwarves, and he is doing Deadly Rooms of Death. And he will have a super special, spectacular thing that definitely won't go horribly wrong and not work when he is playing Deadly Rooms of Death. So look out for the super spectacular thing on Deadly Rooms of Death. You can do the following and stuff for me as well if you wish to be kept abreast of my... he said breast. If you want to be kept up to date, you can follow me on the various gubbins. You can probably find those. You can follow here. There's a Discord as well. The links have been sort of chucked out, but I'll tell you what, we'll throw down the Discord there. You can follow here on Twitch. I will be back on Wednesday for what will most likely be another hodgepodge of hilarity, where I will probably do a bit more Super Hot. That's certainly on the cards. And then, other than that, probably just random shit again. And by random shit, I mean random good stuff. So anyway, let's get that that raid thing back operational. It's just unfortunate it sort of takes over and doesn't allow you to chat once you've started it. Oh no, it does allow you to chat. How weird. It's just being generally funky, it would seem. Oh well. Anyway, cheerio. I will go forth and put a little raid on. Put a little raid on. Put a little raid on. Ooh, little cheeky raid now, sir. Cheerio. See you again some other time.